Hey everybody, welcome back to Teamfight Tactics Monsters Attack Summit. We're back. Sorry for the extended break, but we are ready to get into our games with the second group of the day. It's going to be great. And I am joined by legend himself, Bebe. How you doing today, Bebe?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you very much for that very nice introduction. Currently, in the next game, we will actually see a lot of decent players. We have Setsuko in the next lobby, as I checked, and we also have two fantastic casters playing against these legendary players as well, too. We have Frodan preparing for that. And True. I actually, it's not really fair for the casters just fight challenger players, right? So I actually told them a secret OP attack that I hope that they will show in this game.
All right, that'll be interesting. Now, join on the couch, two players I don't get to talk to very often. Pocky, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. Like the game we just had for this lobby, we did much better than yesterday.
Nice. And then Void Sins, how are you? We haven't talked that much. How are you liking this so far?
I would have had a lot worse of a day if I didn't get first, but I'm doing pretty good right now.
All right. I got to ask your username, Void Sins. Now that we're 8 sets in, you still happy with that username?
Well, it's too late to rebrand. Honestly, sometimes I wake up thinking I probably should change my name, but it's too late already. I'm sticking with it. It's not that bad.
I told him to change from he went I miss Voice Sense to Voice Sense. I was just if you're gonna change, you might as well change to something you prefer.
Nice. All right, so it looks like we're kicking off into the first game here, and I gotta call out. We saw in the room there. I feel like we saw opposite ends of the spectrum. On the one hand, we saw Iniko and Dishsoap, kind of the favorites, and on the other hand, we saw Bryce and Frodan sitting at their 8th place there a little bit here. So hopefully they can pick it up today.
Hopefully.
Oh, this lobby is a DogDog, Dishsoap, Rayditz, Iniko, Frodan, Becca, and a itshafu lobby. I didn't even notice.
It's also 4 tiers, so might be AP heavy. No.
Old ashes. There you go.
I did hear that Hafu is planning on just going reroll.
Yep.
So that's why they're saying all that shit.
Yeah, I saw earlier today. Hafu was practicing playing the Ash reroll with dog coaching. I thought that was pretty great. We were given the bad advice how to roll down. Do you go down to 40 gold, 30 gold on that 3-1 roll down? What's your opinion on that?
Personally, I think you should try to roll a bit. I think there are some kind of math regarding it, right? I usually just do 30 gold when it comes to doing one-cost rerolls that require a lot.
The problem, as we've learned this weekend, though, is anytime we have TFT math out there that's been proven, half of it's bad math, and then there's just this myth that gets perpetuated in the community. So,
It's hard to say for those things because I guess you need to really look into how they did the math.
Yeah, for sure.
I just trust it.
Yeah, if it's a player like Socks, I would just trust him.
All right, baby, what item do you slam here?
Right now, I honestly really do enjoy Last Whisper in this set because there are so many armor value, especially with the introduction of Defender synergy. No matter what composition you go for, there will be a lot of armor, and if you don't build into any type of shred, then you just can't get through the front line. However, right now we're looking at Law, and I feel like he wants to go for something a bit different. I did tell Law to force Oxfords, no matter what, every game.
This is interesting.
Would you just take the Talon one?
So Stacks on Stacks is a pretty cool option here. Doesn't really have the items for it, though. Call the Meek, I think, has been kind of the safe one. We're going to see a Stacks on Stacks game.
This is a TFT game. For sure.
So Stacks on Stacks, I think we've seen, has been doing pretty well. If you can get that 3-star Nasus early, get those stacks going. For those of you at home that don't know the way this works, is every time Nasus casts his spell, he gains 2% AD.
Oh,
wait, he doesn't have a shop. Is that
because he locked.
Oh,
Yep.
He locked?
He locked, right?
Yep.
That's why he doesn't have a shop.
Did he?
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. One shop, but we'll see. We'll see what happens afterwards. I don't know. They might remake. We'll see. I have stacks. We'll see if they remake. But anyways, I was saying Stacks on Stacks is good, and I think the challenge here has been figuring out what the right item build is for it. A lot of people have been debating what that is. So it looks like we're going to have a remake here. Something about a bug, something. If only we had somebody who worked at Riot here, we could yell at.
Kent!
Kent, get over here. There's a bug.
My Law is so angry right now. He was actually really happy to get that like a stacks on
Yeah,
stacks.
it's a fun augment.
He's like raging like crazy right next to the corner. I feel like the other players in the lobby are actually kind of happy. Maybe they got like really bad augments. They want to go for Ash, but I didn't see any Ash augments for sure. So maybe that could be a factor.
So Kent, we were looking for somebody who works at Riot because of we just had to remake because of a bug. So obviously I was looking for you here. So you know,
When there's a bug, it's Mort's fault. So.
well, come on.
What was the bug? I missed it.
He didn't have a shop. We couldn't check the replay. We thought maybe he locked by accident, but he didn't have a shop. So they agreed to remake.
They forced the bug on purpose instead of breaking their mouse this time, so that they can remake. It's a bold strategy, but it worked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They didn't like their 2-1 hero augment.
Oh, but that's the thing he did. He had stacks on stacks.
Loved it. He loved it actually.
It was
You
just
see the
a
look on
backup plan.
Kent's face.
Sad.
Yeah.
Oh, see, there it is.
Told you guys. Told you.
Oh.
So we just got confirmation that he did indeed lock the shop. So we will definitely be shaming him later that he gave up stacks on stacks because he accidentally locked the shop.
I am really enjoyed to see what the punishment for that would be.
Ooh.
I should be
I
accidentally
feel like that
locking my shop.
does. It is kind of sus.
Yeah,
to
that's
do
a
that.
50 DKP minus right there. That's all right, so we're back here. No belt. This is the tier opener again.
Wow, how'd you get two tier openers in
Yeah,
a row?
do you press a
Yeah.
button?
I mean, you know, my phone's in my pocket. No promises.
Wait, is it gonna be the exact same game as the
Oh,
previous one?
okay,
Yeah,
if
he's
he
gonna get
gets
stacks.
stacks on stacks again, then we have questions.
For you.
I can neither confirm nor deny I am the real Mort Dog.
All right, currently we're looking at Law's board again. It will take a few more like a time to see exactly what augments he's going to start with, but he did pick the sword with the Gangplank, and I honestly don't enjoy a sword start too much because I don't think it's that versatile. There's only a very few number of composition that he can choose to go for. We'll see exactly what direction he wants to take.
How do you feel about an IE slam, baby?
Ice Slam? I don't enjoy Ice Slam from the
Yeah.
beginning. Last Whispers is just too important to have if you
Yeah.
want to go physical damage.
I agree.
Yeah, it's just like if you're gonna go physical, it's always like a bow. The BF doesn't really do much early on
Yep.
without like a lot of extra.
Usually BF is
Other
a late
items.
game itemization so
Yeah.
that you can get Bloodthirster, so you can go for Bloodthirster's Leona, Fiddlesticks, or anything that you want during the late game because it does provide a lot of healing value, especially on something like Nunu.
So to reframe the question, let's say you're stuck with a sword start. What two components are you hoping drop with it?
Oh, that's a hard one. I guess the best case scenario
glove.
would be a tier. So that you can get Shojins. Wait, what is that?
I said bow and a glove.
I mean, that's a good answer. That's a good answer.
But I think here's a good idea, right? Because you could flex into like
Oh, thank you.
AP and all those
Thank
other
you.
comps.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Deathblade. Like, I feel like at least that gives you the Deathblade out. And Deathblade can do a lot of power in the early game when armor's not that high.
Oh.
So I think it's at least an option. But it does lock you and it restricts you. And like you said, the AD tree this set is a little narrow. So it does mean you've kind of blocked out a lot of possible options.
I think the Deathblade makes sense if you have like a
right.
duelist start.
Okay, not the hero augment.
Oh,
Oh, these are good.
is it?
Yeah,
that
he has a sword start, so he can go for a sure shot crest and build into like a very like a nice like a 3-star like a sure shot composition, or he can get the admins because I honestly think admins are very overpowered, especially if you roll the right one.
Interesting.
Yeah, the value you can get from like admin crest is
Oh,
really insane. And,
okay.
oh, taking the sure shots.
I feel like the admin one is like really nice because you just get the direction from the admin.
Yeah,
right?
I can see
because
that.
he doesn't exactly have items that like tell him to go one or the other right now. Right? He could like, oh, I guess he just slams.
Yeah, I think
But-
slamming here is fine because right now since he has sure shot like a synergy going online, the AD scaling will be very rewarding for an early
Yeah.
like Infinity for sure. So I feel like this decision very decent. I would prefer if he levels up too. Nice, good job here.
Nice.
Eventually he'll have to go for like undergrounds because he will need more itemizations. A sure shot comps with the Felix and Samira do need more itemizations. They need more tanks. They need more DPS itemizations to be more competitive.
Yep.
So I am expecting him to keep the undergrounds so that he can get more items or stacks during the late game.
So the
Would
one.
you not hold the ashes for the?
Yeah, that's what I was
Like,
gonna say.
feel like that's
I
just
would
better
hold the
right now.
ashes to get rid of the gangplank.
Yeah.
You run the Ash 2 if you hit it. Sure
Yeah.
shot Ash is going to be doing a lot of damage. And then just focus on pure tank items for the rest of the carousels and everything else.
I mean, that would be stronger, but this is cooler.
Okay,
Having
okay.
a pirate with the sword is cool.
I can't argue that. But yeah, I feel like passing on the 2 ashes here is just big
It's wrong.
misplay. All right.
You
so-
probably give up the kills for the Ashes, though.
A
Yeah,
build
yeah.
different. Iniko actually going for the build different composition. Interesting.
So he checks the admin here. I don't expect that he'll be playing it. So build different to a lot of, we've been talking around the day, and I think a lot of people are saying build diff 1, but build diff 2, really good here. And so, especially because you can play like the 3 aces in the end game. I don't think we've seen it win today, though.
I also skipped double trouble with build diff, and I'll never be
Oh,
let
yes,
down
you
for that.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you did.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
So, I mean, how do you feel about, like, so you make a big mistake like that, just a terrible, terrible mistake, like something you'll just never live down. I mean, like, how do you feel like when you just make such a horrible mistake that chat's going to ream you for the next 3 months?
Oh, I mean, I felt bad about it, obviously, at the time, and a little bit after, but then, honestly, losing is knowledge. Losing is improved, so I take that, and then it's something I'll never make again, a mistake I'll never make again, so I think, on the long run, I gain more knowledge, you know?
I like the optimism. I really
It's
do.
just copium. It's just copium.
Like Mark was staring so hard in the void when he said, "This is going to haunt you for the rest of your life."
Oh, yeah.
Chad is going to know you was staring at the map.
Nightmares, for sure.
But the thing with Boy Sins is he's made a ton of mistakes that like like he's
Infinite knowledge. Infinite knowledge.
Infinite mistakes.
I mean, that's something you can be proud of, like infinite mistakes. Amazing. So, do any of you favor built diff, like at the start?
I feel it's only for getting fourth and nothing more. I mean, the good thing about Build Different is that it gives attack speed, and there are a lot of AP carries. So what does that mean? It gives your 4 or 5 cost AP carries more mana, so they can expand their ultimates more frequently.
Right, right.
So it is very favored in a set like 8, where there are multiple AP carries like Misfortune or Soraka, but I feel like the damage output is just too little, and the synergy value is just too high.
Oh, so you get a look at the augments here. DogDog, I'm blanking on the name of it. Help me out here.
That is
Hustler.
Hustler,
Yeah, that's a really good one here. Other than that, Becca's got Jeweled Lotus. We saw
has
Bryce with the Sure Shot. Frodan has the Duelist, so obviously going to lean into that Zed that we've seen all day here. Rayditz with Rich Get Richer. That's one that's not very popular amongst the Challenger players.
Oh, I actually think it's really good right now.
Oh, yeah?
Because it gives too much economy. So if you get Rich Get Richer from the beginning, or during the middle change was actually really beautiful in the fact that with that economy, you can actually get any comp that you want. You have enough money to get 3 cost 3 stars, you have enough money to get 4 cost 2 stars. So it kind of guarantees the economy to a point where you actually won't have to worry too much about upgrades.
So you think the change to the augment was a really good change?
Yeah.
And whoever made that change at Riot should be really happy and proud.
Yeah.
Let me just place the medal on myself.
I'll say one thing for Rich. Is this mic on?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say one thing for Rich Get Richer. It's that like this side, it's actually mid game you have to like actually play a strong board. You lose so much HP. So because of that, everyone is playing strong board. So if you're trying to sack, you lose infinite HP. A lot of the times, before you could take Rich Get Richer, just econ through, and you'd have like 40 or so HP for your level 7 roll down. But this set, I'm pretty sure if you just try to... Okay, I'll use the mic for. This set, I'm pretty sure if you just try to lose streak, like, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. So if you take Rich Get Richer, it's still really good. But I think rinse streaking with it is a lot better than trying to lose streak and hard econ with it this set.
So,
I can see that.
So you're saying you just like slam levels basically with the econ that you get?
Yeah. You just take the will that you get.
I see.
Sometimes you can take advantage of the extra like 70 interest you can make, but a lot of times I think you just take the initial gold and just troubles.
I think one game, Solus went 5 at 2-1 with Rich Get Richer.
I mean, speaking of which, I can see that. That sounds like a Solus play.
is a terrorist.
But speaking of which, I mean, we have Rayditz here at 6 with Rich Get Richer. So
Yeah.
Rayditz is down to bully the lobby here.
And he's still quite rich.
He has so many upgrades. Like, wow. is that 3 natural upgrades?
Yeah, I think I prefer this playstyle with Rich Get Richer.
So that's an interesting change to see.
However, I don't know if I like that guard breaker this early.
Would you have?
I feel Sunfire Cape would have been more like flexible because Guard Breaker doesn't really build into anything in particular. It's a decent itemization that does increase the overall damage of your like main carry, but it doesn't really provide real carry itemizations like Guinsons for Zed or Archangels for Aeshel and so on.
So
I'm pretty sure he got a gold opener So he just slammed the first item he had,
And then
he
got the
chain
armor
from-
off the carousel.
Ah,
That makes
just
sense.
to win the
That
fade.
makes
That
sense.
makes a lot of sense.
And if the guard breaker is the difference that let him 5-streak, then like 100% it's totally worth it.
Mhm.
Because guard breaker is still like
It's still damage.
It's not the ideal item, but like I'd still be like happy or okay with building it, especially it's a win streak.
Yeah, earlier
that's a good
today, I got a 7th because a lot of what contributed to it. Yes, I didn't find Zed, and I was mulling about it. but I had an Ionic on my bench, a 2/6er, and I could have 5-streaked if I slammed Ionic, but I greeted too much. And then thinking back, obviously it's a mistake.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like, assuming you're in a case where you could choose between Sunfire and Guardbreaker early, I agree with Bebe that Sunfire is like to win streak, but you're gonna like hate that Sunfire at like 4-1, 5-1. So the Guardbreaker's like investing, and so in a way, Rayditz kind of got away with the greedy play here. You know,
That's
he's
also
got
a good
the
point.
stronger late game item, but like he got away with it basically.
Oh, Dishsoap actually going for Camille reroll combos right now. I honestly think Camille reroll and like Israel reroll are one of like the best like a reroll like compositions in the meta. I don't know if it works without the Camille hero augment though. We'll see exactly how far this goes.
Oh yeah, that's why he's cutting the Camille Hero augment right here.
Yeah. He's gonna get it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a 60% chance for like this augment to be a hero augment, right?
6%.
60%, this right? 60%, I think.
It's 60?
If you're assuming, so it's basically
Because
it's like
it's first augment is
32, 5 is left. So whatever 64 out of 69% is, which I can't do off the top of my head. So
So is that a yes?
everyone's trying to do the math in their
Yeah,
head, but the
okay.
point is it's somewhere around like
The point is that like if he's trying to play Camille, I think there's actually a decent chance that he hits the Camille augment here, especially because he's playing on his board. If he doesn't, then like the items still aren't bad for like say Belveth. Oh, actually, I might. Okay, if he goes 8th because he's trying to play Belveth, that might be my fault. I told him that Belveth was good before he went upstairs.
Let's see.
find out.
Oh,
Okay.
you're right. It is a hero.
Wait, he took the support one
Yeah, he
though.
does the support, but,
Nice,
like
nice.
the support augment is very strong.
It's still good.
So,
Oh, I heard
my.
something really interesting. I hear that it doesn't matter if you take up the orb or not. Is that right? I mean, I hear people do it just to look cool, but it doesn't really affect the board or like a.
I've had to explain this like 6 times this weekend.
okay.
Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me.
oh, he's not finding any Camille's. Oh,
Oh, he
he's
found
No,
okay.
That's good.
That's a high roll. No, I'm kidding.
Is it a high roll?
No, he rolled like 50, 40 gold.
It is a high roll.
He highly rolled always gold away.
This is an awkward spot, I feel like.
Yeah,
But Bebe, to clarify, the Camille is taken out of the pool instantly.
Ah.
So it's in the orb. The one justification I've heard now that everyone knows that is like, well, it keeps the bench clear. So it does keep the bench clear. And so that is true, but you're not like manipulating the shop odds or anything. There's a Camille in that orb. There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay, okay. So it's just used to make myself look cool and better to
Yes.
people that don't know anything. All right,
Correct.
all right, good. Oh, this will contribute to my new trick knowledge. Thank you.
All right, so Void, for everyone at home, why don't you tell them what the Camille augment does?
Okay. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I have not played a lot of games except for Zed, but I know this one, Hextrack Retribution, it's the one that for each ally that dies, you gain more damage. So, what, 5%? You get 10% initial damage and 5% for each ally.
Yep.
So I think for Camille herself, probably, obviously, like the adapted defenses is probably a bit better, but this one's still, like, fine, I think.
Yeah, this one turns out really good, right? Especially with Renegade, right? Where it's like you let the other 2 Renegades die, you're up to that 60% damage, and then you get more. All right, so Frodan playing Underground, passed on his first heist,
Whoa, interesting.
has the Duelist emblem we saw earlier. This Vi augment is basically probably one of the best hero augments in the game. It's just 250 health for your team, but it's so flexible, and with Vi being an Aegis in the end game, it's so valuable in the end game also. So I think this has clearly become a very popular augment.
We got a little bit interesting that he has to like slam a Shojin.
Yeah, he
Like
plays
those
Shojins on
duelists.
Sona as well too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean it is
Tier.
strongest right now, but it's
It
just
looks like you got 2 tiers.
Yeah, his items don't look very good for the...
I honestly don't think you always have to go for physical damage, even if you want to go for like a duelist. You can just use them as a bonus source of like a damage for your team. And if he decides to go for maybe like an Archangels, I think he can go for like a duelist Aesol or duelist like a Archangels like a Sona for now.
Duelist, MF, Aesol, they all sound reasonable. Especially like, since a lot of them actually fit in reasonably. Oh, so a lot of them actually fit in reasonably well. Like Talia, you can play Nyla and Echo in reasonably on most duelist boards.
Yep.
It's not like always ideal because you don't necessarily want attack speed that much on those units, but it's a board that can definitely work.
It seems like he's going for static shift right now. Probably.
So we got 3 Sivir augments, by the way. How much you want to bet they're all endless pizzas?
I wouldn't bet on that one.
I mean, I don't see a reason why anybody would pick the other one, right? The AoE healing one. So, you have to take here, right?
No, I think you go one more.
One more? He's gonna go down to 20.
I think you take one more here.
Frodan's gonna kill him.
Bryce has shown that he is the level of player that should probably cash out here.
Yes, I think he will cash out because I think he's
Warthog is so cruel.
Will he make the smart choice?
like
Look, I'm just talking about results here.
Badge.
like he just wants to like improve on like yesterday's performance, and
Yeah.
like going for the safe play here is like what I would expect.
And for those who don't know, if you agree too much on underground stacks, of course you will get better rewards, but it's not guaranteed to be a good reward that will will win you the game. So it's usually best to cut off at least 40 to 50 HP so that you won't lose too much HP, so you'll like die accidentally to one bad fight, while having a small bonus to go along the way. So you don't want to greed like undergrounds too much.
Yeah, I mean, the whole concept here is, right, is like essentially you're trading health, usually, unless you get lucky and can win streak. You're trading that health for the item value later. And like you said, it's how much health are you comfortable being at. If you get down to that 10 and 20, one bad fight just costs you the entire game.
I mean, I feel like in this set, the units and composition are just so strong that no matter how strong you can get, you can't really guarantee wins. Even if you're a challenger player, even if you have a really strong deck, one bad fight, one bad CC, one bad like a Zed, like a hitting your back line, and you just die off.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
Especially with this Leona unit existing.
I love
Oh, yeah. Leona bursts down a tank or a key carry, and that's the whole fight swings.
Yeah.
I love the detail of how he keeps the undergrounds after proccing the bonus.
So, baby, I have a question for you. You're pretty famous for knowing to like play really aggressive tempo. Do you think that playstyle is good this set? Because I like to play that way too, but not as much as you do.
I feel rolling at level 4, 5, and 6, and 7. 4, 5, 6, and especially 7 is going to be very rewarding in this set.
Yeah.
So you want to finish off with like a really cheap composition, and that's because with Hero Augma system, the compositions that are 3 costs or lower can actually contest 4 and 5 cost compositions, and 5 costs in this set are not as strong as they used to be as compared to previous sets. So so nobody's going to go level 8, 5 costs to start instant win the game. That's not going to happen anymore.
Oh, that fight was so close.
Oh, and the ping for good measure.
I mean, of course, you've got a ping. Nice, nice. All right, moving over to Hafu, 34 health.
Oh, Oxfords!
Oh,
Oxford's first.
We love Oxforce.
I'm not joking. This is actually the strongest like attack in the game, but I would prefer if she gets rid of the hackers. No. Go for more Oxfords, reroll down, look for that Alistar. That's what she needs to do, and I think she can actually win this game.
Okay.
Especially once she gets like Viego, and it'll be similar to like what we saw with Prestiven's board. With,
So, baby, walk us through this here. What's the level 7 board from this position?
All you have to do, Oxfords are very simple. You just go for a vertical Oxfords, maybe add in like a 2 duelist. And if you can't get Zed here, you can just use Velvet because Velvet gets so much stronger with the extra like attack speed. However, you can't really go for hackers too much. I hope that she looks for the duelist. Velvet is good too. Put the Velvet in. Annie.
Oh, Viego.
Viego goes in. All right. I would prefer she added in a duelist. I'll just the Fiora's right there. And all right, this should be good enough.
Oh, yeah. Now, we were calling this out yesterday, that Hafu was skipping a lot of Alistars, not really prioritizing the Alistar, which is really rough because very commonly you play the Annie plus Alistar, and then that leads you into the Aegis frontline. So it's pretty popular. So seeing this Aegis sit here on the shop feels like a misplay to all of you?
yes.
Oh, is
especially
it Redemption Slum? Or is she playing
especially with Oxforce 6 being so strong, like it's just
You have to go for more damage here, so I would prefer that she makes a static shift, and since Oxford gives so much like attack speed, the static shift will get a lot of value in the end. Oxford compositions doesn't really need tank itemization, so double war mouse is very unlucky for Hafu. So let's just hope that, I feel in this spot, since she's so low in HP, I think she needs to look for Zed to...
Okay, the Hacker Crest is kind of nice
Hacker
here.
is so good here.
Okay.
I would take that instantly. Hacker
Yeah.
Viego for 70% Omnivamp on your Viego.
Yeah,
that
it's
sounds amazing.
really
to me.
strong.
Nice.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, if she gets Acel too, she can actually use Acel instead of Zed as well too. No.
Doesn't buy it though here. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely trying to at least hit one of the 2-star 4 costs here.
The other Wormogs can go on Zed, I think. Zed might die too fast since he's currently a 1-star, so in order to make him live a bit more longer, I feel like you can put the Wormogs onto Zed so he can survive a bit more decently. She's trying to look for 4 cost 2-stars here. She's currently thinking about how to put in the Alice star. She's thinking very much, okay, another Viego.
It looks like she needs to go 8 to fit in her full composition that she
Yeah.
wants to run.
That is correct, actually.
It is best to go 8 for this board because it does require a lot of slots.
Zed. Give it to Zed. Zed's gonna die. Don't let it proc too fast. It proc.
Oh.
I feel like, yeah, in this position, though, you're basically playing, like you said, 4 hackers, 6 Ox Force around the Viego carry with 3 Renegade, probably.
She needs to get rid of the hacker, like a LeBlanc. I feel hackers aren't really that important to go for, whereas getting Oxfords in is actually significant, like a power boost. The reason why Hopwood's losing isn't really because of her comp, it's mostly because of her itemizations. Her itemizations are not clean. She doesn't have like a proper carry. She just wants 1 damage item for Zed, so Zed can be useful. If she gets a 4 cost 2-star here,
Need
then
that Viego.
maybe... Oh, that's better! That's better! Aphelios! Nice! All right.
She sold the Alistar though.
Oh, he
Take
sold
the
the Alistar?
LeBlanc
Oh, no.
out. Take the LeBlanc out. Put it in. Come on, over there. Nice. All right, now we can see this composition in action. I would prefer the statics onto the Aphelios as well, too, since it's going to be attacking from the behind. Can she do it? Come on, make it. Nice tier. Make him cry.
Nice.
Yes!
Good.
All right, she's getting it. She's getting it. It'd be nice if the Wormogs on Annie was on Zed too, so Zed wouldn't like a proc like Osprey synergy like too fast. But this should be good enough to wait. Is she dead?
All that hype, baby. All that hype.
It's too bad.
She's just
Oh, wait,
lacking
not
upgrades.
dead. Wait.
I think
Dead.
we might be dead. I think we might be dead. No. Oh, baby, all that hype. What you caster cursed so hard.
I mean, it was really unlucky itemization, so not much to be done there, to be honest. Like items that she got, right?
I don't know. I feel like there were some choices there we saw.
I mean,
So you
yeah, that
know.
will be nicer.
I mean, to be fair, she was off for 4 belts. I don't
Yeah.
think I was the caster in this slot that has a cursor. No. 4 belts, 2 bows, 1 tier. No, it's not me.
Are you implying she got Mort Dog? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, no, I did not say that. Oh.
All right, so moving on to Frodan here.
Oh,
He's got
wow.
this champion. We haven't seen this champion all day.
Right.
Void, are you familiar with this one?
Frodan's done something I could never do. Hit Z2. So, especially at 7.
That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, he also adds in I've never seen a Soraka Z tech before. Do you guys know what this is?
I think he's just putting it for now because he doesn't want to roll too much, right?
I think
for
part of it
admins.
could be what the admin is. We didn't see what the
Admins.
admin is. This be the kind of thing we send somebody upstairs and be like, "What's the admin?"
Frodan actually looking like he's gonna win this fight. Oh, I guess casters can be challenger players.
Okay, Void. So you're a Zed expert. I hear you played it 1 or 2 games. What do you think of these? What do you think of these items?
Honestly, I think they're fine. Since he's playing less hackers, the Hodge isn't that bad of a choice because usually you would play 3 hackers and go either full DPS or have one of the DPS items be replaced by QSS or Edge of Night. I think with playing 2 hacker and his current board, I think this itemization is fine. RC and Deathblade are not that bad.
I completely agree with Void. The best thing and the most important thing about atomizing Zed is that you need 8 attack damage, so a Deathblade or Time Resolves or Giant Slayers, and you need attack speed. So that would be a rapid fire cancer going to. So right now, Frodan has all of the essential itemizations that Zed needs. Hannah Justice is a bit wasted, as Void said, because he already has a healing from hackers, so he doesn't really need that small additional like healing boost from like a Zed whatsoever. So maybe like a utility item like Runeans or Edge of Night could have been better, or maybe like another damage itemization.
So you're not a fan of the Death Cap Archangels Ginsu's Zed?
APZ?
I'm actually I prefer more 2 Stoneplate Zed.
Oh, 2 Stoneplate Zed. That seems pretty good.
Oh, and Ionic Spark.
Okay.
I've seen him slam Ionic Spark on it.
we could do the hacker triple Ionic Spark into the backline. That seems pretty good.
Wow, these guys are Zed experts. Wow, Gargoyle Zed, Archangel Dragon Zed.
Bebe's mind is like, what are these guys talking about?
They mastered everything.
This is perfect. All right, so Frodan has the Zed. He's doing really well here. Cashed out with that 2 heist, so he's up probably a few components over everybody else as well. That's got to feel pretty good.
I mean, I'm hoping Frodan does well because he's a good friend of mine, and I know he beats himself up for doing poorly. Like yesterday, he didn't have the grades performance.
Oh yeah,
so
they were taking it pretty hard.
Yeah, so if he does well today, it's going to be a great confidence boost, and his beautiful smile will be on display.
We're looking at Iniko's board at the moment, and he did go for a build difference start, but actually, the thing about build difference is that you're supposed to win early and lose late, but it seems right now it's going to be the opposite. Lose early and lose late.
Yeah, and you can see he's already kind of pivoted out of build diff. He's got
At least for the front line.
Yeah, for the Aegis and the mech front line. And so the back line is this Misfortune, the Samira 1, though. That's a little rough. Not amazing items here.
The thing is, with build different, I think you need like Samira 2, MF2. You need decent front line, but you need like especially like good damage items on both those carries, and it's really hard to get those items, you know.
So I do like the detail of adding in the Aegis and the Defenders, so I feel like it's good to add in Defender and Aegis units because they're just tanks, they can just die anyway. They don't really need the attack speed or the HP bonus. And you can just use them to buff up your build different carry so that they have more armor and like MR value. So I feel like this is actually very good detail to like put onto the composition.
So my hot take here, by the way, Guard Breaker without Jeweled Gauntlet, not worth it all.
Yeah, that's correct.
Since Guard Breaker's got that extra crit, you're losing that 20% crit value, and Misfortune doesn't really care that her autos have 20% crit.
Exactly. But he can't really do anything about it. He needed an extra damage item.
Sure, but I mean, at that point, I would actually put it on the Samira. At least you get the autos with the higher crit there, and then look for a third item, hopefully, on the Misfortune a little later.
Oh, that is actually really good detail since crit does actually scale really well with 80 units. Like right now, crit gives like a 20% on any gauntlet itemization.
Yep.
So if you put on any 80 carry, you actually get a very significant damage boost, whether you notice it or not. So I feel like that is also a good point. But right now, Iniko, I think, just gave up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very rough spot.
I imagine he'll come right downstairs and let us know how he feels about this game.
Oh man, I was so unlucky this game. This game, I went for build different, but I couldn't win. Something like that?
Oh, that was me yesterday, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Looking for nothing at the moment. There's nothing he's looking for. He's just rolling down. Because,
Yeah, this is a pretty rough spot here. Misfortune with just built diff, like no anima to build her up. You know, that's a rough thing. Can't even proc the ace to get the 12% extra damage. Like, that's rough.
I mean, I heard a couple people yesterday saying that build diff was like in a decent spot this set, but I don't really share that opinion because I feel like you need too much to get a high placement. Do you guys agree with that?
That does make sense.
I don't agree. I feel like you can play built different as long as, like, let's say you're offered it at 2-1, and you've got 2 stars on the bench, and you know you can play a really strong board, then it can work really well.
Right.
But if you've got no 2 stars, then I think you should, like, kind of avoid it.
Yeah.
Iniko taken down by his partner Dishsoap. At least it will give a bit more HP to Dish. Dish currently having a Camille 3-star combat ready. Oh, he actually managed to find the Viego with hackers, a Vi 3-star for a front, no tank itemizations. But since he has Camille, that by itself is a giga tank. Every time he kills something, that's sure to heal back to full. So as long as Camille doesn't get one-shotted, he is actually very likely to win most fights.
Yeah, like when I last saw him, he was like 10 gold with Camille 2, and then I thought he would take a very long time to hit Camille 3, but then it seems like his board is stabilized and he's in a pretty good spot.
I mean, that's just how strong the Camille decks are. If you just hit it, then it's just strong enough to like a win streak you during the mid game. It guarantees you a good potential to get first or second. I always wondered, was Camille designed to be a unit that after she ults, she just heals back to full? Every single time. She kills something, heals full, kills something, heals full. Is that right?
I mean, certainly with this much power, you know, it seems very strong. But
it took no damage the entire fight.
I mean, it took some damage.
Okay.
It is interesting that he is hackering it. Then I've never really seen this.
Oh, you can actually use hackers to get into the backline, but you don't have to because Camille can just kill the front line, heal back to full every single damage it takes. You actually want her to tank damage because of that. And then she can reach the backline.
Yeah, I feel like Camille does struggle, though, if you get like a strong defender front line or like the mech, for example. That's when Camille will get stuck.
There are 2 hackers bats.
So many hackers
so then
there.
Dishsoap gets one, and then Frodan gets one if he decides to go for it.
Cool. All right, teammates taking it one by one.
Yeah, and again, the hacker is so good because not only does it give somebody else that Omnivamp, but it increases it for everybody else.
Exactly.
So there's just so much Omnivamp now on your team. And the other thing is we don't see a lot of people prioritizing anti-heal now that it's down to that 33%, but that can make a pretty big difference.
Oh, Rayditz with Rich Get Richer and I'm assuming that's Iniko like a severe leg augment. Actually matched to level 9, rolling down for first time. I guess this he greeted all the damage so far. But I honestly don't like this spot too much because I feel like a bunch of random 5-cost 2-stars aren't really that strong to win you fights. What do you guys think?
You definitely need good itemization. I've done it before, and it feels underwhelming because you have no one that's really doing that much damage. Maybe Aphelios 2 might do some, but he can get outscaled. We'll see how it happens.
Let's see, the fight is going. It's up against Frodan, the Zed player. Will the Zed be able to take down the Aphelios? It did juke it with the Edge of Knife, so Aphelios is doing... Is that thing doing damage, though? Shoot. Shoot.
I mean,
it is. All right, doing damage.
All that trash talk, and then Rayditz wins the fight.
Okay, I guess 5-cost Aphelios isn't really that bad.
Yeah, the thing to note with that is as long as you have the 2 sure shot in, by the mid to late game in the fight, you've got so much extra AD from the sure shot that, yeah, there's actually a decent chunk of damage there. And again, we talked about the itemization. He's got the IE, which then makes the guard breaker even better. So this Aphelios is sitting at like 80% crit rate, which is really good. If we can get the Aphelios too, this is a really good spot. And I like the Edge of Night here because of all the Zeds. Being able to drop that aggro is going to be really valuable.
And the Camille.
Yep.
Oh, he's actually taking down the mech. I'm really surprised he didn't go for mech Leona here because I feel like he could have done the same thing while getting the bonuses. I guess he just wants a flat Leona and he's going to keep the Rammus in the middle.
Yeah, the Rammus, keeping the Rammus around, it's got the blue buff Morello, which is an interesting itemization.
I heard about this from Rayditz. Rayditz loves Rammus. He thinks it's one of the best 3-costs to keep in the game. It gives AoE CC, it reduces like attack damage, so it's basically like a mini Sejuani. So right now he has 2 Sejuanis on his board, and what does that mean? That means he has no damage, so he's gonna lose the fight.
I think I think that is one part of Rammus's kit that people forget about, is that anti-AD that's on Rammus to really weaken some of these AD buff comps.
All right, speaking of like about the last fight, I remember this one time in PvE, I was playing a fully capped out like 5-cost board, everything upgraded. I just could not beat the Camille because I didn't have enough damage.
Yeah,
that's like deja vu, right?
It heals it full.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about most like composition in this game. Like mechs are like that as well too, and same thing for like Camille, like a 3-star rerolls. Nothing dies if you don't have enough burst damage.
Yeah, I mean, if Camille is your target here, I feel like you have to go red damage Aphelios. That's the only way you're going to have any shot of that. But Aphelios 1 probably isn't going to do it no matter what. You really are going to have to really hope for this Aphelios 2 here. It's also why oftentimes like the 4 sure shot build is just so much better because again, you get that final damage to burst down that key target.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a really good point. In this situation, it might just be better to take out 2 units and add in 2 more sure shot units because Aphelios is your only source of damage. You want to make sure that it does as much DP as possible. Mortdog, that was an amazing tip. Wow, that is actually the correct answer here.
Oh no, I've seen this before. It's pair prison.
Sell the Urgot.
Yeah, the pair prison's rough here. And again, the fact that we saw no Aphelios is here, that's really
he has to
rough.
sell. He's gonna die. Sell something. That's not Aphelios.
You gotta sell the Urgot.
Yes,
It was worth it. It was worth it.
Good job. Oh, I feel Morello's would have been better on Fiddlesticks, but okay, that's not bad too.
Yeah, I mean, when you're desperate here, and you can see it, kind of the reason is because Bryce on the other side has the other 2-star Aphelios, so it makes sense that we weren't hitting. Yeah, this is one of those fights where, again, I feel like Red Gun would be doing a lot more work.
Wow, look at all that AoE CC. Look at that Leona ult shooting like a Seppa. It's not good enough, but wow.
The shot's gonna... Nope,
It's
not enough.
Esports Law actually managed to get second. It's Frodan. Isn't Frodan first? Is that first and second for a counter team?
No.
It might be.
Oh, they have to
is
get through
kinda
the Camille.
strong.
Dishsoap standing in the way saying, no, 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 I'm not playing around here. I'll show you guys what it means to be challenger.
Now, Void, you touched on this earlier, but this is going to be a massive confidence boost for Dan and Bryce if they can come out 1-2 here. I mean, they're already 1-3 worst case, or even 2-3. They're going to be feeling really good, and they needed this format to not get last place.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly think both of them are like good players.
Oh, look at that! Look how excited he is.
Yeah. I think both of them, even though they're casters, they're decently good players.
Decently.
You see
good
Becca
players.
in the background having a little fun there.
Okay, Frodan currently fighting against the Law, but we want to see the other board right now because that is going to decide whether Dishsoap is going to die and whether our caster team will be able to win. Frodan will not take too much damage from this matchup. Will he be able to win? Nice, Aphelios going down. And,
I think we're looking at the
Camille's down.
non-ghost
Camille
fight.
died.
So,
Oh,
Yep.
they are going 1-2.
yep, looks like we're going
My
1-2. They are really happy about that. That's gonna feel good. Rayditz, tell us how it went up there.
I had infinite gold. The transition was too hard. Rich get richer. I got dizzy. I went fourth.
Rayditz, I got a question. You had 80 gold. Why can't you just get a 5-cost 2-star? Right?
I think I should have leveled a little bit earlier, but you know, I was really proud of how I played the early game. Leveled to 6 stage 2. Leveled to 7-3-2. I made Bebe proud.
All right. Let's hear about it. 1-2. Let him talk.
All right, you guys can have the mic.
You lose to casters. That's
We
all I
figured
got.
it out. So what ends up happening was yesterday I had the most godlike opening ever and we remade and it tilted me because I couldn't focus anymore. So now Bryce did the same to the opponents. We remade.
All right.
Speaking of which, Bryce, we have to shame you. Do you know why you remade?
Did I lock?
You locked the
Did you
shop.
guys, like, go back
You
and-
actually
You locked the shop.
Well, that's
Why
just
you-
All right, I think we should remake the game and
I-
work on the scores.
That game was the first time, I'm not even kidding, this tournament that I have a 2-star unit on the first round. I had Talon 2, Silas 2, and Camille in a blitz. That was my turn run.
This event is rigged.
I had stacks, which is literally 100% win rate this tournament. So it didn't matter. I was winning the lobby either way.
Okay.
Also, I rolled 60 gold on 7. I got 1 Zed from the carousel. I hit 0.
I naturaled the Z2 on 6.
Yeah.
Wait, did you actually?
Yeah. Void was talking about that, how you were able to do the thing he couldn't.
Okay, Bryce,
tried my
I got a
best.
question for you. Hold on. You got the gold out of the out of the cash out,
did good.
and it was the correct play, but it wasn't fun.
I thought about that so hard.
Yeah. Your items were kind of bad.
Okay,
Items
Phil
were
was asking
bad.
about the cash out. So when I went into that, I was like, Dan, I'm
Portals,
for sure going one more. My strongest board is underground. But then when it was all gold, I was like, oh, I feel like this is just too good. I can just go fast 8 and then
Yeah,
play
exactly.
around all the good units and it'll all guaranteed win.
Oh, you did a good
But I
job,
was sad.
though. That
I
a
was
good
very
build.
sad to take it.
I'm happy for you guys.
I had mentally already committed to continuing before he even showed it to me.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Frodan shadowboxing this morning, getting
you
ready.
Did good too.
You know?
Anyway, we take those. Frodan all the way.
Becca, we appreciated the dance as the game was ending too, by the way.
I
So
was rooting for Dishsoap. I wanted to be his mascot, and then he died immediately, so
Oh,
maybe
no.
it's my fault.
wah, wah. All right, so I gotta say again, one of the things that a lot of you hadn't experienced was the LAN TFT and like being able to do this trash talk and run around. How are you enjoying that part of this?
Oh, we actually did a land before in
we
the
did.
tri-state area.
Oh yeah, you
And
did that
I
one.
won
Yeah.
that one. No, I'm just kidding. I did, but I mean, it definitely wasn't as big as this one. This one seems like it's a real event. I mean, they're all real events, obviously, but this one's like really
I'll say
massive.
Gangly's gonna come after you.
Yeah, I love Gangly. He's my guy. But this event, I never like dreamed that it would be something like this for TFT. I'm looking forward to whatever Riot is like planning for the future. You know, this is really fun. Yeah.
I like how the players can hear our backseating. And so if you just scream really, really loud,
Like
they
you did
can
with the
actually do it.
Aphelios.
Yeah.
Have you done a LAN before?
Oh, no, actually, this is my first LAN event.
Nice. So how are you enjoying it so far?
Oh, I am enjoying the tacos. They have cilantro
Oh, the tacos
in
were
it.
good.
There's
Yes.
also infinite soda in that fridge, so I just go in, take a Sprite, take a Dr. Pepsi. I can drink a few. I'm like, if I want a cola, I can go back for a cola.
So you're basically saying we've made you very unhealthy.
God bless America.
Amazing. Were you able to get the burger you were after yet?
Oh, not yet. I'm
Not
waiting for
yet.
that.
Okay, so we still have to wait for the burger. Awesome. So we're setting up the second game. So until then, we have to trash talk them. So now that Dan and Bryce won, I think our last place team might be Hafu and Becca. So hopefully they can turn it around here. Any advice for them?
I would prefer if they don't, but
You gotta say loudly so they can hear. Don't, Hafu, Becca, don't.
I didn't know Becca is mostly like prepping the AP line, so I think just like making sure she's healthy enough to get to like roll at 7.
Nice.
I'll give them wise sage advice. Hit 2-star 4-cost carries at 4-1. You know?
Not 3-5.
Oh, no, 3-2.
Not 3-2. Oh, 3-2.
Yeah,
Okay.
3-2.
Why not 3-1?
Look at this. Look at this. Bryce is already trying to get another remake.
The legendary remake strat to tilt Hafu and Becca specifically.
Oh, no. We saw DogDog get the belt opener, so, you know, that's definitely my favorite. Again, we've kind of heard over the desk different openers. It's been like belt and bow have been the popular ones.
Double Ash? Hafu loves Ash reroll.
Ooh,
Nice.
with a bow star too.
I think you
really
just
good.
force it.
I mean, so that seems like we should remake. If Hafu gets a 2-star Ash, I think we need to remake.
Oh, the moment she gets it.
For sure.
Do you guys think Ash rerolls forcible from any spot as long as you have decent items for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to be. Yeah.
I mean, the thing about supers is that they give too much bonus damage if you have multiple 3-stars. So if you're guaranteed a spot where you can get at least 4,
Oh, that's a
with
last
3-stars,
whisper.
that's just good enough.
That's
Okay,
ridiculous.
okay, no 2-star Ash yet, so we don't have to remake.
She's purposely not upgrading so they won't hit the remake button.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, we got our first meta report from China this morning, and certainly Ash is looking to be pretty strong.
Very consistent.
The other one, though, that they're playing that we haven't seen a lot of here is the Anima Squad Kaisa comp.
Anima Squad Kaisa, that's a comp?
Oh,
Yeah, so
I
you
haven't heard of it.
It's the 3 Anima, the 2 Recon.
Oh, that comp. That comp. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a reroll comp. I
Yep.
think Solus says like whenever he gets double trouble, he
Ooh.
plays
Under the one
plays
cost.
that.
So it's a 2/2/2. This is 2/2/2, but it's 2/1, so it's pure random. So here, I mean, you could be looking for.
Oh, nice. She's going for supers. Ash reroll.
Yep.
It's a hard
so
commit.
this is definitely the comp that Becca is comfortable trying to play. Does get
Let's
the 2 brawler. We're gonna
go.
see the last whisper slam.
I mean, for those who know, like, you don't always have to go for the Ash Hero Augment in order to go for an Ash 3-star composition. It can be any of the super units, and it can even be Renekton. And the reason behind that is because the Ash Hero Augment gives Ash a bit more attack speed, around 40 to like 80-ish%. But that's not that huge. If you go for Lee Sin, and Lee Sin can give attack speed to your entire composition, and that by itself is very similar in value, or perhaps even more situationally, if we compare it to an Ash like Hero Augment. So this is actually Hafu playing very flex. I love it.
Interestingly enough, I think almost all the supers and like Renekton, like, was it support augments are actually pretty good for Ash.
Yeah.
So baby, I think some of our skeptics at home, like you just kind of hyped up there how flex, you know, that she was playing. But the reality is, she came in here playing Ash. She forced Ash. She got good Ash stuff. Is it really that flex?
I mean, like, it's better than having a hero Ash augment, right?
I mean, sure.
She has to at least think about, wait, is Lee Sin useful? That's one thought, right?
I mean, I can't judge her. 80% of my games are Zed. Like today, I came in vowing not to play Zed, and then first game I tried to play Zed, couldn't hit 2-star, so I'm forced to play more
All right,
flex
there
now.
it is. There's the remake. We've got the remake.
Nice.
You say you're only playing Zed, but the only game you've top 4'd was when you did it.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what that game I vowed not to. No, but my early game was like illegal though. That game, it was actually illegal.
So baby, you're in the last group, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and so you're going to be forcing Oxforce every game, right?
That is correct.
All right, cool. So.
And the strategy is very simple. I'm going to Lost Streak during stage 2-3, so I get priority. And there is a 20% chance of there being a spatula at the first Curzel. So I'm just going to say, more dog, give me a spat! And I'm going to take a spatula, go for a chainmail, make an Oxford spat, get Zed 3-star, get a Felix 3-star, get like a VX 3-star. Win the game.
And there's Iniko trying to grief. Hold the Ash. I repeat, hold the Ash.
Wait. So Bebe, if you're gonna force Oxforce, what are you gonna do about like Solus? Because he's like pretty much only playing Oxforce as well.
I can hold hands with him.
One, two.
He's a
Hold
very,
hands, 1, 2.
He's much younger than me, and he's a very nice brother type like a person. So I can hold his hand, and we can go together.
Shigers.
It's perfect. Shikers. Oh god! See, now you got Milk in my head again. Monk.
Oh, where is Milk? We need him here.
I think Milk went to go work out or something.
Oh, really?
I think he did.
Right before our tourney practice.
I mean, the two of you don't talk anyway, right? So.
Ho ho.
All right, Dishsoap level 5 here. This is the Ezreal support augment. This is one of the most fun ones, I think. I really like this augment.
It is quite strong as well. It gives
Yeah.
a little bit too much power early on.
The fact that you always get an Ornn item that is like tailored to you, it almost kind of makes it better. And then you get the 1 gold on top of it. I really like this augment.
I had that in my game where I went first, and I had like blue buff, Rabadon's Ezreal, and I had 100 HP for what? Up until like stage 4.5 or something? I forget. It's
now,
really good.
Would you position the Ezreal near the Kaisa or the Vi like he's doing?
I think his front line is lacking. I actually clumped up my team and put it on a frontline unit because I got Randuin's twice. I was playing for like the chance I get Randuin's, right? But
The other one you can get that really messes with people if you get the Blitz grab.
Right. Yeah.
Is that deliberate? Is there a deliberate chance that it gets Blitz grabs more often than other items? Because
If you hit tanks, yes. If you hit tanks, very high. Yep. So.
I feel it's better to put on Kaisa because early on, you don't want to win fights by holding out on tanks. You want to kill something, even if you're about to lose, especially if you're underground. So I feel like going for more DPS was a bit more nicer.
Yeah, you saw like the Eternal Winner didn't really do much there.
Yep. I'm always a fan of the carry early just for the chance of the collector.
Yeah.
Even more gold. That's my favorite.
Well, regardless, no matter where he puts it, he gets a gold, he gets an Ornn itemization. Dishsoap is in a very decent position.
I'm curious Bryce's augment. Bryce took Fiora, and I think that's not a very popular one. So I'll be curious to see which Fiora one he got.
That's because Bryce, he forgot to press a reset button this game. So he's tilted this time. Right? It's the opposite.
True. All right, so Becca with Underground though, and the Ezreal augment.
Wow.
This is a really good start.
2 Ezreal augments, 1 lobby. I feel like that shows up more often than other augments. Is that true too?
Wait.
No, it's definitely not true.
Oh, really?
But Hafu has 6 ashes though, I think.
Oh.
And she intentionally put one of the ash on the bench to try to lose streak. The one with the last whisper.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, look at Becca spamming the emote.
Nice.
There's the emote spam. So for those who don't know at home, Becca and Iniko, just like big rivalry here. So, whoever wins, there's going to be a lot going on here.
Becca was very happy to beat Iniko in that popcorning tournament where she actually managed to eat 1 popcorn throwing. However, Iniko hit 0.
So I can actually do popcorn throwing by myself very well, where you throw it up and catch it. But catching it from someone else's throw, that's really hard.
Yeah, Nico had to slam Shojin Hodge to try to win the fight.
All right, first one, no way. Yeah, no way.
It's just an issue of what type of composition Becca wants to end with. Right now, she is very open to multiples. With the Guinsus, as usually said, I don't think there's any other carry that's good besides Zed to go for. But we'll have to see exactly what she wants to do with it.
I think there are angles where you can play around the Vayne or Kaisa. Aphelios with Ginsus isn't the worst, but obviously banking on a 5 cost is way too risky.
Would you guys ever try to make your board slightly weaker to try to secure a 4 streak here?
Yeah, I was going to say sell the Silas to hit the 20 gold.
It looks like she's winning and still hitting 20 gold.
Well, the thing about this is that when you're going for undergrounds, you don't really need to lose on purpose.
No, but we're already lost streaking. We're 3 lost streak in, so...
Good point.
Yeah, because now we have no streak, so the gold's a little rough here, but does have underground, so shouldn't be that bad off. We should probably take a look at Hafu and see the 3-1 roll down, see how many ashes we're going to hit here.
What? Isn't that 9?
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's 9. I think she purposely...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's good though, because like I said, we're going to see the 3-1 roll down here as we've been talking about, right? People are going to roll down to about 30 gold. That seems to be the common practice here. So can we find more ashes?
Oh, Hafu's itemization are very clean this time too. 2 bells and a last whisper, so she's got good tank value. She's got good backline value. As long as she plays this game really slowly and manages to find every 3-star, then I think she might be at least top 3 guaranteed.
Yeah.
So do we all agree it's last whisper, hurricane, Deathblade, and then one of those is a Ginsu usually? Like, which of those 4 are we going?
Usually flat damage is good, like Deathblade, Giant Slayers, Last Whispers. It's an issue of like what you want to do with Ashe. Do you want to use Ashe to kill the enemy frontline, or do you want to use Ashe to just like provide like a good damage overall? That's how it's decided. I honestly don't hate Bloodthirsters too much because Ashe does usually die very, very frequently.
Oh yeah, certainly not Bloodthirster.
Okay, never mind then.
I think in this spot it's definitely just gonna be Deathblade and Runans.
Yeah.
But
So no Ginsu required?
I think if you have something giving attack speed, it's probably like less necessary.
Flat damage is usually better if you already are guaranteed like attack speed. That's correct.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Deathblade for sure.
I think she shouldn't roll.
I think we'll end at 30 here.
Like, you don't have to worry too much about losing HP with natural composition. It's not really that important. The Worm Mouse would have been better on Renekton as well, too, for the extra damage.
Well, I think we put it on Blitz so we can move it later.
Yes.
Because we're going to play Lee Sin, Renekton. So.
Oh, but it's usually nice to keep the Blitzcrank 3-star, too, for super winners. So you go for like them all. You go for you go for as much 3-stars as possible, so you can like scale like a damage with it. That's why. That's how you usually go for like a supers. But in this spot, I feel instead of like hyper rolling, she could have just greeded money to find like at least 5 or 6 3-stars, which should guarantee your top 2.
Interesting.
And you don't need to worry about HP with this.
It's interesting to hear that because I think there's been a bunch of different ways to play the Ashe. Because like I said, from what I've seen, it's been usually Renekton Lee, the supers.
Oh, featherweight. Oh wait, it's featherweight's better or is Big Friend better?
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
That's a really hard one, actually.
I think in her
I would actually say
spot-
Big Friend.
You think Big Friend?
Big Friend, me too.
Oh.
So Big Friend right now is just a lot of effective health on your front line, and you're all like you're playing the supers. They're all going to be able to proc it, and the Ashe is already doing a ton of damage. A lot of your fights get decided by how much your front line gets melted, and Big Friends is a lot of value in that space. So, I kind of would have won Big Friends.
Wow, you were right. She just sold it.
Yeah, because like I said, this is pretty much the common comp, and then I forget who you put in at level 6. That's the part I'm blanking on right now.
Oh, you can put in like a Yasuo or something, but any 3-star is good. That's the good thing about this composition. Any 3-star is good, and mascots are also good too for the AoE healing.
Oh, that's who it is. It's Nasus. It's
units.
usually Nasus.
Yeah.
That's who it is.
Worm Mouse would be good on Renekton though, because Renekton does do more damage the more HP he has. I do want to scream, but you should hear me screaming, so that would be fair for the other players. so we can't notify that. It's okay to play slow. She's gonna lose HP. It's fine. She just needs to make sure she has enough economy to make a good comeback.
Yeah. Yeah. Once this comes online, because I imagine we get carousel priority here. We grab a bow. I can see the Hurricane. Hopefully we hit the Ashe by 3-5.
What do you think about going for Giant Slayers over Hurricane here? I feel like since this is a tier 1, tier 2 like a lobby, there's gonna be a lot of maybe 3-stars, and if you go for Giant Slayers, you can just melt those like units down like really fast, and you just don't want your like Ashe to get stuck on a tank, right?
I think the argument for Runans over Giant Slayer is mostly just that like you can make a lot more items with BF Sword than a cloak for the Ashe.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would probably just go for
Runan's probably just better right now, just so she doesn't bleed too much HP.
Not necessarily.
My crazy comment here is that I think a lot of the times when you have like the full 3 items like the Giant Slayer, you often end up overkilling a lot and sort of wasting the maximum DPS. Whereas the Hurricane, you can spread it out to more low armor targets and you end up wasting less total damage.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Right now, Hafu is at her final spot. This is the last loss you want to take. You want to go for that juicy like 8-loss streak, and after Kurzel, there is no more incentive to lose. She's going to use all her gold to at least find 2 3-stars too.
I feel like, Void, you're just like chilling here. You're like not really sure what's going on because there's no Zeds.
Oh, no. Oh, okay, I say I play only Zed, but I know a couple of AP lines. I've been experimenting with it. The things I don't know, I'll be honest, I haven't played much Renegade or Oxforce, so like I'm missing out on a big part of the meta that I will experiment with later. But
Oxforce can use Zed.
Yeah. I learned that today.
Y'all couldn't see it on camera, but they just bonded so hard over that Zed love.
Velvet or Talia?
I think you go for the bow. I think you go for the bow for sure. Looking at the augments here, Dishsoap with Last Stand. I'm a big fan of Last Stand this set. I think that augment's really strong. Bryce and Rayditz, they have the portable forges, so that'll be fun. I still want to see Bryce's board at some. We shouldn't leave Hafu yet because we want to see this roll down.
Yep.
But
We'll
later,
see.
I want to see Bryce's board with that Fiora augment. We never went and saw what that was doing.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
he's win streaky, so he's doing something, right?
Yeah, that's why I was kind of curious to see. So, like I said, this is where we would expect the roll down for the Ashe.
Let's go. Roll. Bye. Roll. Okay, that's
one more,
good.
one
Bye
more.
2. Roll.
One more.
We need that Renekton. Yeah, that's right. Good job. Roll. 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 Okay.
Oh,
roll.
good.
Roll faster. Yo,
Hey now,
there's
hey
not
now.
enough time. Roll faster. No.
This is unfortunate.
Okay, wait.
Oh.
Chill. Okay.
It's okay. It's
We'll go
okay.
for 9. More econ. I would prefer the sword go onto the Ashe though. She actually needs to
we're-
kill something.
We're at 8
Very
Ashes,
desperately.
7 Gangplanks, and then
5
5
Renektons.
Renektons. Ooh, the 5 Renektons is a little rough.
Yes.
Oh, actually, she's gonna win this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that she has Runa, she's actually doing some DPS.
And that's what I was saying. Like the total damage being spread out is really valuable.
Yeah.
To put it in a really simple terms for any viewers, it's like if you can do 1,000 damage to one target or 200 damage to 5, the odds are, you might waste a lot of damage on that 1,000 if you're hitting a bunch of 500 health targets. So
But sometimes it really does depend.
Yeah, it does, right,
Because like spreading damage is
that might be how you
keeps
can't kill a
units-
mech, right? Like if
exactly.
you're up against a mech, this is a worse itemization.
Yeah.
So.
All right, we're gonna have a chance to see the second Hafu special roll down. Let's go.
Okay.
Renekton found. She's rolling. Oh.
Frodan turned into Dishsoap and continued the heist. That's impressive. I like that.
Oh,
the cell one.
Gangplank, Cell the ML
I
fight.
think this is fine. I think you're just going for the 3.
One cost. Okay.
Come
Okay.
on, come on.
Okay.
Don't do this.
Okay, just hit.
Don't get
More
more
dog
dog.
roll. Nice. One more dog roll.
Come on.
one more?
You gotta
Only
keep
works
going.
once.
You gotta
I
keep
think
going.
I don't want to do it again. That's embarrassing.
Oh, come on. Come on. This is definitely where you're starting to feel a little doomed, though, because you're so poor and getting it back online is going to be rough.
But that's the thing about Ashe comps. This comp is still strong as long as she gets Renekton and Ashe. She hits both.
Yep. Because having 2 3-star frontliners and the Ashe, I think you're pretty good. And like we said, we didn't take big friends, though. That's the other thing that's kind of missing.
Yeah, that is correct. But thankfully, Featherweights is not a bad augment since it does
No,
amplify
yeah.
the... Oh, Ashe's damage.
I do think considering that she doesn't have attack speed items for the Ashe, like the Rage Blade, the Featherweights might just be better. I'm not too sure.
So one of the cool things here, though, is that because you built Hurricane and Last Whisper, both of which build out of bow, you've actually got an okay amount of attack speed here. And that's another argument for Giant Slayer being okay as a third.
Yeah.
Like 3 bow items isn't bad.
Oof, that'd be great.
All right, so we get a look at the Fiora augment here. It is the support one. It's an interesting augment, right? For every auto healing for like, what, 36 there? Like, it's a good chunk.
Very surprised that Sports Master win streak with this board, though. It's not really that strong or that well upgraded. Maybe this augment is hidden OP.
Uh-oh. Who's balancing this game?
Oh, I would prefer Fiddlesticks over Sejuani.
Why not both?
Oh, cool. I think he's trying to look for a Zed or
Yeah,
any,
this feels like a where's my Zed comp? This feels like a Void Sin game right here.
Yes, this is a tale as
All right,
old
so
as
Void,
time.
walk us through what's going through your head when this just happened to you.
It's honestly PTSD. Honestly, I'm looking at it. It seems like 3 of my first games yesterday.
Oh,
No, not on Viego.
Is it on?
I think he's literally using Viego as a Zed item holder here.
Baby Zed, okay.
Wouldn't you put it on someone else?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Like someone who
Nothing
actually
much.
does physical damage?
Yeah.
That's a bold strategy, putting the AD items on the AD user.
You know, I was really confused why he's going for this type of composition, but then I realized that I'm the one that told Law to force Ox first no matter what, so I'm pretty sure maybe that's the reason why he picked the Fiora. Maybe the reason why he's trying to go for this composition.
Watching how this fight went, you know why he won streak? That Neela won with the
is
Anima
crazy.
and Ionic was doing a lot of power there.
Yeah, I think Neela is a really good
Salvage bin.
Don't take Salvage Bin.
Oh, no, don't take it.
It's
don't like-
bugged.
It's bugged?
Yeah, sometimes you can lose items. Don't take Salvage Bin.
I was considering taking salvage.
Don't take
today.
salvage bin.
Oh, when do you lose the item?
Oh,
Oh, there's that.
There's a Zed.
Oh, nice.
I'm down to get rid of this nest.
Yeah.
A 4 duelist, good choice.
Okay, we're at the 4 duelist here, which is good. Knife's Edge is also really good here. lot of extra AD. You know, you were saying it, Bebe. Zed really needs some AD, so Knife Edge is going to give him that.
Oh, okay, good point.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, if he could get a Edge of Night, his Zed is like
Yeah.
pretty much BIS.
Yeah. Knife Edge is probably one of my
We
favorite.
did see Hafu
Zed
hit the
elements.
Ash, by the way.
Oh.
So Hafu finally got that comp going. Here we go. In fact, here we go.
Oh, Giant Slayer.
With the Giant Slayer version.
So much damage.
There you go.
Will the Sejuani be able to ult? It does ult before it dies. That's huge.
Oh, but her front line, it's a shame that the Warmax is on Lee. If it was on Renekton, it would have been
So much stronger, right?
yeah.
Okay, that's. I actually kind of like this play. If you didn't notice, it was scoped weapons on the Lee, which is going to have the Lee ult the Ash every time.
Oh,
Yeah.
good decision.
I like
It's
it. I like
especially good considering like what she needs from the hero augment for Lee Sin. It just needs to keep giving shields.
Yes. Yeah, that's
So
actually a
making-
really cool play. Because it also can protect against any Zeds that hop in the back. So that's pretty neat.
On Hafu's side, though, there is one thing that I do want to mention is that she leveled up before finding Renekton like a 3-star. And I feel like if you're going to go for a Super Ash reroll composition like this, it's really important to find your 3-stars first and
Yeah,
then use your
agreed.
excess like amount to level because that's how you win like a fights.
So here's a question for you guys. Actually, Void, especially for you. We just took out 4 Duelist to put in the 3 Hacker. Stronger or weaker?
I would probably want
And the answer is...
a Duelist. I mean, 2 Hackers fine here. I would probably want 4 Duelist and 2 Hacker if it's possible. For now.
Right now, the Zed doesn't have survivability like whatsoever. So having the small like a healing like a boost, it's actually a 40% like Omnivamp, right?
Agreed.
Seems actually quite good too.
I think for now you just play the multiple hackers, and then once you get to level 8, that's when you really try to fit it in.
I honestly think 2 and 4 duelists are a bait late game. Like early mid game, yes, but during the late game, I don't think the attack speed bonus is actually worth that spot.
Really?
Yeah, and the especially mostly Zed is a unit that has enough damage. You don't need to go for like a more like attack speed to like charge a bit more faster. If you just give him the right DPS with like a Edge of Night and like Time Resolves here, he will take down the enemy carries. So it might be better to give him more survivability so he can stay in that spot and not get melted down.
Okay. Yeah, for me, having to carry the dead weight of the LeBlanc one and the Zoe one feels like a little high of a trade-off, but...
Yeah, if they were both like 1-star duelists, I think the Hackers is a little better. But I don't know if you have to get rid of upgraded units just to put in the Hacker.
Yeah.
Then I think it would be a poor choice.
I think it was a Nyla one and a Vayne 1-star.
Oh,
These two.
then yeah, the Hacker is probably better.
Okay.
Most of my games are 3 Hacker, 2 Duelist Zed, but I've seen like Asa and others play a lot of vertical Duelist Zed, like 6 Duelists.
Yeah, we've seen 8 Duelists win to this tournament, 6 Duelists, so... I mean, maybe Zed's just that broken it doesn't matter with his traits.
No way,
are.
I think he needs a buff actually.
Okay. That's like Taco Bell Wi-Fi trying to convince me to buff Talon.
No, I'm done with Zed. The relationship is over.
Oh no.
Wow, this board is amazing. Like, what the...
3 Renegade, that's a big Camille.
Death Defiance Camille is...
Death
that's
Defiance Camille is
unkillable.
gross.
Yo, that is unkillable.
That
right
is
there.
a gross Camille. And that's the carry Camille too.
Oh my, look at those auto attacks. What the...
They just 2-shot that.
For those who don't know, Camille like a 3-star is one of the 2 cost like a 3-star reroll that has the highest win ratio in the game, almost
does it?
guaranteed. Yeah,
Oh,
almost like a guaranteed.
You should share those stats with me.
Sorry, sir.
No, it's good. It's good.
I'm using personal intuition statistics. It's not a
Wait,
meta
personal
TFT.
intuition isn't stats? That's not right.
I'm sorry.
No, I totally agree with you, though, that Camille especially, 3-star Camille, is just such a spike. And then Death Dance, you were talking about earlier, right? The hard thing is killing the Camille. The Death Dance makes it so hard to kill.
You were absolutely right, sir. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It's all good. It's all good.
Please don't Mortdog by next game.
Oh, I'm going to.
Uh-oh.
Do you guys think Hacker here is better than the
Or
20%? Yeah, 20% attack speed bonus from admin or admin.
That's a, so actually, I'm very curious. Oh, Milk. You should ask what the admin is up there. So one of you should ask.
Oh, it was attack speed.
It was 20% attack speed.
Attack speed.
Yeah, 20%.
Well, he's got 4 admin, so he's got.
It's double attack speed.
Oh,
Wow,
that's a
that's
lot
good.
of attack
Yeah,
speed.
I think the attack speed is better in this spot because like Camille can just sit in front anyway.
Well, I mean, you've
Like,
already got
it is
enough
a tank.
AD, so.
Yeah.
Wow, that Camille's not gonna die.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Is this Camille champ? Seems pretty good.
Pretty good.
I hear the win rate's pretty high.
Also, the Ash champ is pretty good. See, Hafu hasn't lost a round
Since the Ash 3.
Yeah.
That's true.
Dishsoap.
Uh-oh, minus two gold because they made those.
Wait, no, this is bad, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, he got like 30 gold, and I think this is at least a 5 heist, right?
No, I think it was a 4 heist.
Oh, it's a 4 heist? He doesn't have any more itemization, so he can't really make that much more carries. I don't know if that's a good spot.
No, but he does have last stand, so he still has a
because
good
of
chance.
last stance.
Yeah,
that's
last
a good
stand's
point.
huge.
So as long as he could get his board to like fully upgraded state with multiple carries, I think
that's a
he'll
good
be
point.
really strong.
Well, that's a good point. Wow.
Yeah, I actually kind of want to keep an eye on this, but I agree. Like there's a lot of options here.
Okay, chainmail. Interesting. He has a Velvet. Oh, he can actually go for Velvet 3, but he decides not to.
Yeah, see, that's something I feel like NA hasn't been doing a lot this tournament is so many people are pulling out like the Zeds and everything. If you pick a different 4 cost, there's a 3-star angle that's available a lot, and Belveth is a very common one that you can just get the 3-star Belveth.
Oh, that's a good point. But usually when people go for that, they lose to the 4-cost restart, and they raise really, really hard afterwards.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
This is kind of an awkward spot. It doesn't feel like his board's
Yeah, he's not
really
strong,
that strong
because he doesn't have a proper carry.
I mean, Belva's pretty good, especially once the last stand's gonna be active. But
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this board's actually really strong. Belveth plus Zoe is a lot of power. The Belveth can't be stopped with the QS. And again, people always forget, this is 100% crit rate Belveth.
Wow.
Because you have the QS, which is crit, and the Guard Breaker, which is crit. So this is always critting. You've got the Zoe. If the Zoe gets caught, it had the Zanyas on it, which was kind of nice. Like, if anything, it just had lacking frontline. Like, what's the frontline here? And you can see, I think he's going for Mech.
Nice.
Yeah, you can see he's going for Mech.
I'm slightly sad he's not considering any 4-cost restart angles, because I think he has the economy to at least consider.
That's what I'm saying.
Because if it shows up, why not, right?
Yeah, Dishsoap and Iniko really valuable this mech frontline. Every time they've been on the casting couch, they've been talking about how people aren't leaning into it. It gives you that 2 defender for free. You've just got a really strong set here. But we were just talking about this with the Ash itemization. This is where the Giant Slayer is big.
Wow, blue buff Lee Sin jumping onto the Ash instantly for the 60% bonus time speed.
Wow, that Ash
Everything
is so
melts
strong.
instantly. What the?
That's the Giant Slayer doing a lot of work there.
We love Ash.
well, he popped his last stand.
All right,
Yeah,
last
now
stand.
He's
We're
at his
not
finals
angle.
form. Okay.
Now,
Ooh, I could see him just losing to like Camille and stuff. Like,
that would be very sad. So Becca out in 8th.
Becca went
Becca
eighth.
also reached her final form. same with this show.
So anyone who doesn't know, last stand, once you reach 1 health, all your units glow. Your units gain 180 health,
Syndra.
18 armor, 18 MR, and 18% Omnivamp. So the team just got a lot stronger.
I'm not sure what the choice is here. Like, he was offered a lot of Velvets for Velvet's restart potential. He was also offered a Syndra, so you can throw more last standard units, because the bench units are also last standard, right? Which probably is better than like Nyla over there. So I don't know about most of these choices. I feel like he could have been a lot more stronger.
The Nyla, I don't understand why it's in this comp.
yeah, I feel like he should just be playing that Alistar.
Yeah.
Just
I think
to
he
get,
forgot about it.
Yeah, Aegis in it.
Do you guys ever just sack the Ezreal augment? Because it's, I don't know, you have an Ezreal on your board.
No, I think I could see it. The Ornn item is a lot of value here, but you're basically like giving up your Tactician's crown.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So maybe the answer is, you give that up.
I mean, that Tactician crown is being used for that juicy Nyla right there. That's some moral support. So we can't lose that. We can't lose that.
That
no,
part's not so great.
Oh, Ray lost fight.
Hafu still hasn't lost, though.
Hafu's actually looking really strong.
I mean, this was her game plan coming in.
You know what was the problem? The lobby didn't hold Ash. No,
I mean,
Iniko warned everybody.
I've been saying that for 6 sets now. If you know the meta's warped, spend the 3 gold and screw someone over, you know? But it is a friendly tournament, I think.
yeah.
I wonder if Hafu's going to pick the recon spot for more crit value in Ash, because that actually is possible if she really wants to.
Yeah, with the itemization, it might be worth.
We'll see, though.
It really is weird that he's not playing the Alistar, because he has Viego on the board as well. So he's missing 2 traits.
Yeah, I mean, the Neela here, I don't understand.
I don't like the Rabadon choice either. I don't know why he took the Rabadon. It's like he could have used the Asol instead of the like Nyla. For Viego.
For Viego, yeah.
Viego without Renegades is weak though.
So one of the things that again Iniko and Dishsoap have been preaching is that if you have a strong AD carry, your secondary carry should be the opposite. So for this, they've got Belveth for the AD. He's really looking for a strong AP comp. And that's why he's leaning into the Viego, I think.
Yeah, and he also decided to sack the Ezreal. Because
but again, what's with the Nyla?
He really likes his Nyla.
I don't understand the Nyla.
And wouldn't the Wukong be better than the Jax just to get Defender in?
That is correct, actually. It does give you more synergies, more value.
It does feel like he's missing a few things. That, I mean, Dishsoap's like definitely better than me right now.
I mean, we'll have to ask afterwards, but...
Oh, but still very strong, though.
I love Belveth. Such a fun champion.
Right now, Iniko and Esports Law first and second. Hafu, I feel like Hafu is kind of going to secure this lobby. She did take the recons after more crit value onto the Ashe. And I really like how she's putting the Lee Sin right in front of Belveth. What's that?
Okay.
Zed.
Yeah, as soon as you hit the Zed too. So again, Belveth has the item holder for Zed. You can see the transition here.
Yeah, this is what he was looking for, but I think in the meantime, like I see he was playing for Zed, right?
Yeah.
But then he didn't have to have the Nightlight in the meantime, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So okay, so this was to keep the two duelists in. I got you.
He was docking rolling every turn to try to find Zed because I think Zed definitely has a higher cap than Belveth.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he was looking 4 steps ahead.
But in the meantime, like Alistar is much more useful.
Those two fights, yeah.
But would you still not prioritize Oxforce over like Prankster right now because your secondary carry is?
No.
It's for hacker. It's for the hacker.
Honestly, he's talking about Echo.
Just
I think Ali.
Oh, well, that's the Aegis though, right?
But Alistar also gives Aegis.
Yeah.
And Oxforce.
Yeah.
Good point.
Prankster. That's
like is Prankster.
I think that's one of those ones that like it doesn't matter. Like they're probably both just equally correct.
Actually, Prankster's important to keep Zoe alive so she can actually once more.
Yeah, that's why I feel like you could defend it either way and it might be fine.
Oh, Frodan going down to 7th. I think that was a Kaisa 3-star composition, right? Kaisa 3-star 1B. Yeah. I honestly think Kaisa and Vayne has the lowest win ratios amongst like a challenger lobbies of not stats. I'm just saying.
No. So you missed it earlier. Like I said, I got my the China meta report, and they're playing Ashe, and then Kaisa is their second best comp right now.
That's a build-up, right? But not in game.
Wait, what?
So Kaisa can be used for stage 2 and maybe 3, but after
they're
stage
talking
3,
end game. They're talking end game.
Yeah. So
no way.
It's first 3 stars, right?
Yeah.
Just reroll it.
Solus tells me that whenever he gets double trouble, he just always guns for Kaisa.
Oh, with double trouble. Oh, specifically.
Like, regardless. I think it does depend a little bit on the augments.
Ooh.
Giant Slayer.
So I think he was hoping for another tank item there, but unfortunately didn't get really any great options. So we get a third item on the Viego here.
Oh,
Dog at 9 health here. Sure shot set, definitely not what you're looking for, but at least he has 4 sure shot.
Actually, that's good because set has a very high AD ratio.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So if it survives, it actually can one-shot
you're
everything.
not wrong. You're not wrong. That's actually not bad. Otherwise, the items are good here.
Yeah, it's definitely more value than like Sedge, for sure.
Yeah. It's not hopeless so far. Oh, never mind, it's hopeless. Yeah, that's really strong.
This will be.
Let's watch the Zed. Oh, the Zed's right on the back line.
Nice night.
Oh, the Zed is ignoring those. Our set is so light. That's a sure shot punch. Bam! It did no damage.
What can you say but Zed? I mean, this is Zed and Viego and Last Stand.
I would say Last Stand, I feel like is pushing this over the edge, though. Rayditz might go out here.
Oh, Lee Sin.
Oh, look at this. Look at this, like...
Hafu lost the fight.
Just running away.
Wait, Hafu didn't lose? 35 health? Oh, you're right. Oh, yep. Yeah. You're right. Okay, has Ashe fallen off?
I can see a very real world where Dishsoap just wins out here.
Oh yeah, that's why
exactly.
I was saying Last Stand. A lot of my PB games were if you got Last Stand going, it was hard to stop. Especially if no one in lobby has built like the Last Whisper or anything like that.
He has 2 carries with 3 items each, and then he has 2 tank items. If he finds the last tank item goes 9 for Ali, it's actually just GG.
Yep.
I feel like this was also really good like matchup like Orange for Iniko. I think he kept dodging Dishsoap the entire game. And Dishsoap is really strong, so he deals a lot of damage to like a people in total. And there's no like a chance of him accidentally killing Dishsoap as well too. So this is actually going very well in team like Iniko and Dishsoap's favor.
The one thing we'll say is the last time Hafu and Dishsoap fought, Hafu did like wreck it. Now that was before Last Stand proc, but I feel like Ashe is one of the comps that could burn through that mech real quick and have a shot, as long as Zed wasn't on the Ashe.
Right.
Especially since she has Giant Slayer.
Hafu lost again though.
To Law actually. What did Law have that could actually beat Hafu?
Zed.
Hafu was really strong.
Yeah.
Zed assassinated.
If I had to guess correctly, her next match is probably Dishsoap, and then I don't think she's winning out that matchup.
Yeah, because she's got Zed now, and she'll have to dodge it, but Dishsoap is a good sniper.
Yeah.
Let's find out. So props to Iniko, by the way. This is probably the most interesting of the comps that are still left here. We've got that Belveth carry, 4 Aegis, Misfortune on the front line to avoid those Zeds. Levels up is going to get the stun. This is going to give some Ox Force as well. Bebe, you're a big fan of Ox Force?
And this looks like a Vi boxing, like a Lessons Vi, like abuse, because it's overbalanced.
It's just 250 health.
To like a win streak, so he managed to maintain like a very decent like, win streak during the early mid game, and then he managed to level 8 faster than the other players. Got those 4 cost 2 stars. He got like a Velvet. He got like a Misfortune. He's matching combat augments to like make that happen. I feel like that's what happened for Iniko this game.
He does have great augments. He pretty much has like the best augments for like win streaking, pretty much.
Yeah, and again, we said it earlier, right? Like having the Belveth for the AD, the Misfortune for the AP, getting that mixed damage is doing a lot of work here.
Unfortunately, there is one ninja that will defeat him here.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe not.
If it
Edge Knight didn't proc it, I think. It didn't proc it.
Oh,
wow.
Guess?
Oh, Hafu went down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because she faced
Hafu
Dishsoap, right? And the vision is way too strong.
Yeah.
Zed must assassinate Dash.
Yeah.
Who's balancing this last stand augment?
Must be Kent again.
Hey, Kent, where are you at?
We'll have to call him soon. Okay, so we got to decide who's going to be first place here. Will it be Esports Law or will it be Dishsoap? Dishsoap is looking solid because his augments and underground like stacks are kind of insane. Not sure exactly what Esports Law was though. Last time I checked.
All right, let's switch over to Esports Law, see what his board is. All right, so again, this Zed board.
He also has a...
Not bad, not bad. Ornn itemization onto Sejuani, that's pretty tanky. DPS itemization on Mordekaisers, that will do a lot of damage. Decent values, decent synergy, 3 hackers. Zed is quite secure as well too. This doesn't look impossible.
One of the things missing here though, actually one of the things that's helping is Mordekaiser, when he casts a spell, does the armor and MR shred. And so that's going to help against this last stand pretty well. Does have the last whisper. So we'll have to see here. Mordekaiser ult does a decent chunk, nothing too crazy. It's not looking great though. Again, you can see the Ox Force, by the way, Ox Force mech, that's going to be a pain in the butt to deal with the redemption healing it back up.
Oh, it's looking
He needs
quite
to set
close.
first. He's got it set.
It's stuck about.
They're just
But
shooting
then
each
resets,
other.
resets.
Wait, is this like
but it's on the
Faker
set
Zed
now.
fighting each other?
Yeah.
Faker,
Faker, what was that?
Oh.
Yeah, that was just targeting. Very, very unfortunately going on the side of like a
happened with
Dishsoap right
Iniko?
there.
And Iniko
Iniko's
out
dead.
though, so yeah, I really feel like Dishsoap wins this out.
Yeah, and it was a clone too, so...
Yeah.
He got a big underground cash out into...
So Senesha, where he wants Zed, does he want it away from the fight or does he want it towards the fight? I do want to make sure that Zed is not stuck on set because that's his lost condition. Like if Dishsoap just puts his mech on the back line, if Zed focuses that mech down, then that is a guaranteed loss for the Zed player.
What if you just don't hack, like you don't hack the Zed and try to get onto Dishsoap Zed as soon as possible?
Oh, he's going to hack his Zed too, right?
There we go.
So it's going to be very, very hard.
What Pocky's saying is probably leave your Zed maybe like close to the opponent's Zed where he's going to jump and then just target that Zed.
Interesting.
Because that one only has QSS, right? No Edge of Night, and yours has Edge of Night, so you might have the...
Oh, this looks like Bryce might win this.
Oh, but Viego's so live.
No, there's no shot. Oh, wait, unless?
Oh!
Not.
Oh,
wait.
Yeah!
Yeah,
That's close. That's close.
Close one.
We love Ox Force.
We love Ox Force.
Or is it covered?
Or?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
So how'd that game go?
I thought it went really well. I think even if I'm not the best player of the tournament, I think I have a good support mind. Like I was talking before, I do a lot of things to like boost Dishsoap's placements. I don't know if like people can pick up on it just by watching, but I was very, very happy with it. 1-3 is a great scoring, especially after the first game.
Well, no, we're all dumb down here, so we couldn't pick up on anything.
Yeah, so like he was trying to play Zed, and I think Becca was the one who had like 3 Zed or something. She died pretty early. I was also on Zed. I sold mine early to put it back in the pool for him. I just pivoted Belveth instead. To let him
Belveth,
hit.
I heard you didn't like that champion.
I mean, I like my teammate winning. So,
Okay,
you know.
all right.
Yeah, and then like Zephyr plays and stuff like that. So
Nice.
yeah.
Dishsoap. Oh,
I just want
Dan's
to
got words.
say, I'm at 5 HP, Esports Law is at 30, and he's like, who's it better to win here? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I have 5 HP. I can't lose, man. And I'm holding like 7 Nailas, like 8 Rivens, and like 6 Kaisas, and I'm just like, bro, I just need to survive and hit 3 stars.
Okay, so first of all, he didn't say that was wrong. He said, I'm not sure, do what you think is best. And second of all, he couldn't beat anybody. The only board in the lobby that he could beat was Ray, and he had just played him and beat him. And for me, preserving an extra life there, like pinching my Zed and taking 15 and being 1 life was the difference between me going second and fourth in this lobby. So I actually think we maximized placements.
Streaming.
Iniko is so free. It's actually unfathomable how free he is. You should go back and watch the 2-6 fight where he's full win streaking. It is so hard to get out positioned in stage 2 as badly as he did, but he got 5-0 in a fight he was supposed to win. Seriously, go watch it.
All right, Becca.
I went fat 8th. I got really strong, but it took too long for me to hit my carries. I just had to dig on 7 and hope I hit, but I didn't. That's okay.
It's okay.
Next game's our game.
TMA.
Becca's like almost out of hope.
Dishsoap.
I'm actually not tilted. I'm Becca not tilted.
He's chilling.
Dishsoap, tell us about Last Stand. Does that augment any good?
I don't know. I don't know. When I took it, I was pretty unsure, but I decided this tournament's for fun, so like, might as well. It's pretty good with Underground, right?
I mean, it seemed pretty good.
Just play for. Okay. Just play for the win out. I don't know.
I mean, there's one point in the game where you had like a Nyla without any traits and the 2-star ally on the bench. It could have given you Aegis and Ox Force for your Viego. Do you think?
No, I was dizzy. I was really dizzy.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How'd you feel about your underground cash out?
Oh, I think it was good.
It was good?
Nice.
Like Fawn infinite items.
Nice.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I had a lot of gold already, so I think it was fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break before the final game for this group, and then we've got one more group after that. So still 4 more games of TFT to go today. We'll be right back. Enjoy the summit. All right, we are back for game 3 of this group. Like I said, 4 more games of TFT today. A lot of TFT, a lot of hype action. 1 or 2 Zeds, I believe. We'll probably see a little bit more Zed. But otherwise, let's see how this goes. I think right now we're really looking for Becca and Hafu's team to get some points, get them back on the board, because everyone's fighting to be that not last place, I think.
Right,
now.
but not too many because we are.
Are you?
Yeah, we're kind of close.
Oh, no.
We're ramping up.
Well, you guys
we're
did
ramping
good
up.
today, right? I mean,
we did all right.
How many points you got?
26?
26.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely good enough for not last.
Yep.
I think we're still averaging under 4.5 every day. So
Yeah.
we probably won't work on
Yeah,
some
I'm
stuff.
using this tourney to actually learn more comps, you know.
By the way, joining us on the couch here, we got Asa. Asa, I hear you're not super thrilled with how your games went today.
No, actually, Mort Dog, it's kind of... Oh, wait, no, it's Bryce. See, Voice then came down here, and Bryce told him he could play more than 1 comp, and then he went first next game. Isn't that kind of cheating, mid-tournament coaching?
So you missed it, by the way. Becca got the belt over Iniko and immediately started spamming. And then Iniko fires back with, maybe you won't go 7th this time. The trash talk is so strong. Oh, God. They're just bullying each other. It's ridiculous.
She bullied herself.
I mean, that's true. She's like, no, I got 8th, not 7th. You need to know. All right, so last Whisper start, that means we're hard forcing Ash, right?
Oh, it could be. I haven't played Ash yet.
Really?
I just played a game of Super Free Roll, but I played Mech Draven.
How'd that go?
It went really well because I had the League of Draven on 2-1.
Okay. League of Draven's good, but
It was
Dexter Gold.
very, very good.
Nice.
Asa.
We haven't seen McDreffin.
As a fellow Zed enthusiast, do you it seems like you prefer the vertical duelist over the like a 3 hacker variant.
I don't like prefer either one. I think it's easier to play vertical duelist because like it's easier to lead into it because all your early game, you just like sell one of your other duelists and then put it on Zed.
Right.
It's a lot easier to play, and then like if you're high rolling, you can kind of pivot into better comps.
Yeah, I was trying the vertical duelist today, but then roll 60 gold at 8, Zed pair, die up.
I think that's a player diff.
Yeah, that's player diff.
I mean, if you're only looking for Zed, you're not.
Yeah.
You're much less than 50% to hit 3 Zeds with 60 gold.
So what we learned here is we need to improve both your roll down ability and your omelet cooking.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I forgot all about that. Honestly,
I didn't. My stomach didn't.
Honestly, it would have went differently if it was 16 minutes.
Yeah.
No, but it's my fault. I didn't expect the fire to be so low.
Prismatics.
Lasers? For fun? I mean, just for fun.
What would you actually take here?
I would probably just take New Recruit.
The one thing I'll say about the laser start here is I think laser's good in the early game, and with the Senna, with those items, you get the Last Whisper, the sword. I actually don't think this is that bad.
I kind of like that as well. I think from her.
Oh, we have a Cruel Pact start. So this augment has been performing incredibly well if you believe the data. Being level 6, this is going to accelerate the lobby really well. It's all a question of how familiar you are with it, right? Because you've got to have a plan on how to play around this, because it's very unlikely to hit level 8. So we'll have to see if Ray can come up with a plan here.
Yeah, he's got, it looks like he's some pretty clear direction with his items and his units, like they AP. He's got the Zoe already.
So one of the worst things that can happen, by the way, is if you take Cruel Pact and you lose the first round. With no 2-star champions and no items slammed, up against a built diff comp, there's a little bit of a risk of that here. Thankfully, there's no other 2-stars on the other side, so...
Mort, I heard you, you said you really like Built Diff 2. What's your thoughts on Built Diff 3?
So Built Diff 3 I actually don't think is worth it. The comparative jump between Built Diff 2 doesn't match as much as the other augments right now, based on where it's at. So I actually am not a fan of it.
People G.
Monka. Damn it, Milk. On-allied. I don't like the on-allied death ones either.
Oh, he just took it though.
Okay.
Rayditz disagrees.
Now he could go to 7 this turn and be at 1 health.
I would only make that decision after scouting, but he didn't get to scout this turn.
He's a little dizzy, yeah.
Dan hasn't used the dice yet. Asa, have you played Cruel Pact yet?
No, but yesterday I had Cursed Crown and I lost the first round. And then I won the second round and I lost the third round.
Oh.
But you still won out that game.
Yeah.
You like actually stabilized on 3-2 or something.
Yeah. I stabilized off the patented vertical duelist. I just think it's the easiest comp to play early game because there's so many options, and even if you don't hit one, let's say you don't hit Vayne, it's fine. You still have, other options. You don't hit Nyla, it's fine.
Makes sense. The one thing I'll say about the on-allied death admin here is because he has so many extra units, it is pretty decent at this point. So.
Right.
All right, on to Hafu's board here with the built different. We're seeing the Senna. Otherwise, nothing too crazy here.
She has an Ashe on bench.
I hope we're not playing Ashe reroll with built diff 3, but we'll see.
Has this been lobby and playing Ashe a lot?
Oh, goes up against Dishsoap. Okay, so Electro Charge 3, on the other hand, I think is very good. And I like the Locket Slam here.
It's perfect for it.
Yeah. A lot of people won't value the Locket Slam here, but you're just going to get 4-0'd. You're going to take a lot of damage here.
Like you said, before you said it would be, it's ideal to take build diff if you already have 2 stars, but here she's playing lose streak build diff. I don't think the late game warrants is good enough for build diff to lose streak early game. So I think this is a rough spot for Hafu.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, you really need the 2-star champions because when you have the 2-star champions, all that extra AD they get from the scale up scales well with the attack speed. So we can finally get a look at the augments here. Dog with level up, Becca with item grab bag. That's rough. Bryce did end up taking the laser core, and then Iniko with binary airdrop.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Can we see what items Becca got out of her grab bag?
Sure, we can jump over to Becca's board. Let's check that out. Awkward pause.
Wow, magic.
Yeah. All right, so we don't know which of these, but I mean, like, probably Redemption plus Hurricane would be my guess, but yeah, having those 2 extra items is good. I don't know. Item grab bag is definitely one that feels like it's the lesser of 3 evils when you take it often.
Oh, I really like it on 2-1.
Do you?
I don't like it on... I think it's always a reroll on stage 4.
That makes sense.
I think on 2-1 it's very good.
That makes sense, being up 2 items.
But would you take the prismatic one? Because I feel like the gold one is pretty decent on 2-1, but...
Well, there's no gold item.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, wait, no.
There's silver item grab bag.
Item grab bag. Oh, I was thinking item components.
And that can only appear at 3-2.
That can only... I definitely...
I mean, you can take salvage bin on 2-1. I think that's good just for 2 components, so...
I mean, minus the whole, it's bugged right now.
Is it possible to get...
Oh.
Is it possible to get 2 of the same items from item grab bag?
Yes, it is possible.
Yeah, I think I saw like 2 declaws.
Oh, trust me, the person who got 2 Sunfires definitely let me know how they felt about that.
Yeah, but now you get 2 Reforgers, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. Yeah. All right, so Becca is still win streaking though with his item grab bag, so it's clearly working out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really strong early.
And then Rayditz is level 7, still win streaking here.
Oh, he uses a bunch of his dices already.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So someone sent me a screenshot where they had a Cho'Gath 3 at 2-3 because they'd used the loaded dice and managed to hit all the Cho'Gaths. That player then proceeded to get 5th place.
I feel like you don't want that much board power early because you're spending too much money on your board, basically.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that how we're feeling about this, though? Like, level 4, 10 gold in a prismatic lobby?
I'm not a huge fan of using all the dice now, especially since he lost streak.
We still have 1 left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially since he lost streak, I would rather just 5 loss. You're 50 gold on 3-1, and then you use all your dice.
So,
especially with like, oh, he might be able to do some damage to Rayditz, which is kind of nice, though.
So for this playstyle, would you use the dice at 5 after Krug?
Yeah, I would use it on 3-1.
Yeah.
But you would just have a lot more econ. But he did get to punish Rayditz.
No, Rayditz won. That wasn't Rayditz. Rayditz was just scouting.
Oh, okay.
So
never mind then.
Yep. No, Rayditz is on a win streak. Rayditz snapped Becca's, or someone snapped Becca's at least. So Rayditz is looking real strong. I'm guessing chat probably wants to see where Rayditz is at here, just because again, Cruel Pact is such an interesting augment. So let's take another look at Rayditz, and we can do that. But in the meantime, this threat board without Oops All Threats is a bit of a question mark. I think it's going to fall off pretty quick.
I mean, he's stable for a while, I think.
But do you carry the spell cost throughout the entire way?
I don't think so.
You switch over to ASOL.
Or get out of
unit.
threats. Like I don't know. I don't feel like you play all threats when you don't have the augment. So
he did get a Shojin though. So he's
I've seen this played,
spot,
but
right?
then like Asa said, you would probably have to use the dice at 5, and then if you can get the 3 stars, Vel'Koz and Rammus, it's actually really, really strong.
yeah. So all right, we get a good look at Raditz's board here. He can start working on that mech tank we've seen a bunch. Has some decent LeBlanc items here. You gotta love this trait web at 3-1. The one drawback maybe here is with this many traits active, your hero augment kind of all over the board. You've got a lot of hero augments you could hit. I like the Zerat Slam here though.
He can't do much with the item components otherwise, so he kind of needs to slam this.
The only other option would be to play Velvet probably with Rapid Fire Cannon.
Yeah. Yeah, so Rayditz is spending most of his time hanging out on Becca's board, checking that out. Or I guess DogDog's board. That makes more sense. Dog is his partner, so. Ray's feeling that confident about his win streak.
Yeah.
Which again makes sense. So where are you looking to play right now here, Void, with like Ray's state?
Honestly, I haven't taken Cruel Pact a lot, but Zed. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
I would just take Heart Crest here. I think it's a pretty easy decision in my opinion.
So hilariously enough, I might take Phony Frontline.
Really?
Although actually, I mean, Heart Crest on Zoe is good.
Oh, he's taking Tome.
All right, Ray agrees with you.
Just with the admin, right? kind of. It is partially with the admin.
It's partially with the admin, but it's also Hafu got Tome from Krug.
That's
nice.
an interesting graphic.
That's some good skill from Hafu there. No, but for me, it's more about like you're winning by so much overwhelming the opponent.
Yeah.
May as well just keep overwhelming them, right? That's just so much extra health to go through. They have the Zerat portal. They've got the 2 target dummies. You're just not getting through all that with your level 5, level 6 board. And so this is leaning into what you're strong in and keeping that tempo high, and that's why I like this play.
Are there any tomes that are good for Hafu? You mentioned she is prismatic build different, so. Are there any that she can play?
That's actually a good point. Yeah. I feel like at that point, what you're looking for is like a defender or Aegis emblem.
And you're just trying to, like we saw last game, where they just cut the diff on the front line. You'll probably see that as well.
Yeah, because especially with built diff 3, you can't get clever and like you can't play 4 ace or anything like that. Although that could be one option, would be ace emblem, just to like lean into not having to play maybe a certain other ace. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
I also wonder if Ray didn't take heart because his teammate DogDog is blue buff Soraka carry. So
yeah, that could be
with heart spat as well.
He did
so that's why
maybe
doesn't want to contest.
What I'm also wondering is if like Ray's board is strong, will be strong enough to withstand like people hitting 2-star 4 costs at 4-1.
Oh,
no, I think that's where it starts to fall off pretty hard.
Yeah.
He also he took the from front line because he has a Dark Star admin as well.
Oh.
Yeah, we mentioned that a bit, so that's a little bit of power. But we have not seen LeBlanc be successful, and I'm a little skeptical that LeBlanc 3 is going to be like the end game here.
Yeah, sure.
To an extent, it would mostly depend on like what hero augment, if it is a hero augment that comes out.
Yep.
Because right now, he's just kind of like flexing, leaning a little bit towards the LeBlanc.
Yep.
But he could easily just sell this once he hits like 1 to 4 costs.
Yeah, but again, you just see like Becca just barely even gets through all the front line, let alone the back line, and so it's just so much extra health on this board.
Do you know the odds of getting a hero augment from this spot?
Whatever 32 divided by 37 is.
That is
okay.
A very high number.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the non-hero augment is only 5% of the games.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, whatever that is off the top of my head.
Okay, cool.
So looking at the augments here,
that's
like I say,
90%,
Dog.
yeah.
So Dog took the heart emblem, so you called that correctly. Like, don't contest each other. Hafu with Celestial Blessing, that's pretty solid. Bryce with the trade sector, that's interesting. Dishsoap with double electrocharge. Ooh. All right, what do we got going on here? Ash. So binary airdrop. I think binary airdrop is really good this set, especially when we talk about multiple carries.
Yeah,
like being able to get multiple carries to like 3 or 4 items. He's already got 3 people generating 3 extra items. Compare that to Becca, who's only got the 2. So it's already that much more value. I don't know. I really like this augment.
Is binary it's still like smart, right? Like remember there was like a there was like a patch that made it like a long time ago. It was smarter.
It's like smartish. It won't give you like the best stuff, but it also won't like give you blue buff on Draven.
Yeah.
You know. Like Shojin Ash, is that smart? You know.
Better than Stoneplate.
It's better than Stoneplate, yes. So manages to get the win here. Rayditz still hasn't lost, by the way, which is exactly what you want from a Cruel Pact start here. So that feels pretty good. Uh-oh. Gotta kill that LeBlanc. I think the Senna cleans this up. Yep. Oh. Not what you're looking for here. Dan also win streaking. We might want to peek in on Dan, see what he's doing. Being able to win streak here. Is that a Rammus 3?
It's a
Rammus 2. So again, we're playing Oops All Threats with no augment. All right.
Yeah, he's basically playing double trouble, but it doesn't really
doesn't
work. It doesn't work.
It's my Twitch chat haunting me. Does built diff work with threats? Oh god.
Last time I checked, and this might have changed since I checked, but one of them says it doesn't work with threats, and the other one doesn't.
So Double Trouble says it doesn't work with threats. Built Different doesn't need to say it because threat is considered a trait. So they have a trait active.
That makes sense.
One of my first games was actually trying to do double trouble threats because I did not read the text.
A TFT player didn't read the text? No. No, we knew right away though that like, imagine if it did work. Double
would be
trouble. It's just
insane.
like, cool. Always do this. There's no drawback.
I think I stopped reading TFT stuff after set 3. So I'm just winging it all the way.
By the way, we totally caster cursed Frodan. We said, let's check on him, see how he's doing. Instantly loses his streak. So this is such a bold play. Like, maybe because it's a for fun tournament, Dan's leading into this, but I don't think you should be trying this at home.
I've heard that the Koreans do play this.
Do
from
they?
Bebe. Yeah, Bebe said that they actually do play reroll threats.
I think it's actually like really good, but I don't know what his early dice were, but if he used it in a way that would get him more threats than he does now, it would have been better.
All right. I'm pretty skeptical, but I do like the items here, though. The Warmogs into, like, Gargoyle. You get a really strong Rammus 3 here.
Yeah, he got dropped really good items. I'm expecting, like you said, Warmogs, Gargoyle.
He also still has that dice. But the longer he doesn't use the dice, the more likely he could hit, like, a 4-cost threat. So I feel like you want to use that pretty quick here.
Oh, is it not Rammus?
Rayditz hits as LeBlanc 3, by the way, still win streaking. So Rayditz has got to be doing real
And
good.
Soraka too. Wow. Okay.
Whew.
Ray's probably in a really good spot then.
Yeah, Rayditz seems to be high rolling pretty hard here. Looking at Dishsoap here, we have the double Electro Charge, double Locket comp.
Interesting.
It's probably scaling down quite a bit now.
Yep.
Oh,
there's so many Mordekaisers. And Dan did not make the Giant Slayer.
No, the Mordekaiser, I do like the Mordekaiser here for Frodan to provide the magic resist shred and the armor shred here, allowing everything to do a lot more damage.
Yeah, most of his damage, or I should say all of his damage is magic. So putting that Mordekaiser on 7 is a huge buff.
Yep.
I wonder what other items he'd be making other than Giant Slayer here. What's he looking for?
Oh, so it's a 3/3/3 hero augment. That's great for Frodan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is pretty bad for Dishsoap. He takes another one pretty fast, but I'm sure he's not happy about it.
Yeah, we should keep an eye on Frodan's board here because that's like perfect for him. He's probably getting one of those threats. Sure enough, there's the Vel'Koz.
I think he's going to take the Frostburn.
Wow. I don't like. I took the Frostburn once, and I feel like it was not very good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that augment's still a little weak. I would reroll here.
Reroll and look for like Rammus or.
All right, he goes for the reroll.
Oh, okay.
Gets the other one.
The chill one. Wait, is that the chill one?
Yeah, it's the chill one. So this one lowers the attack speed by the enemy team 30% for 6 seconds. Not bad. It's like the old adept trait. So.
But you do prefer one of the frontline ones.
Yeah, I think you really were hoping for the Rammus or the Cho'Gath one. The other interesting thing he did here is he put the items on the Cho'Gath.
That's what I was wondering. Like, isn't it always Rammus?
I think it's always Rammus. The one argument is if late game is a bunch of AP comps, then maybe. But it's also he has 6 Rammus and 5 Cho'Gath. So
that's pretty close though, 6 and 5.
Yeah. I mean, what would you put it on?
I mean, like you said, he probably just looked at the lobby and he saw like Ray's playing AP, Dog is playing AP, Dishsoap is playing AP. Yeah, I don't remember for every player, but it definitely seems it's an AP heavy lobby.
Oh, Vel'Koz. Nice. Nice. So Rayditz, by the way, is looking real strong here. Rayditz is getting to the point where he's going to be able to level up to 8 at some point. He's got that 3-star LeBlanc, has not lost a single round all game. We might see a Cruel Pact perfect game.
He's already healthier than some of the people in the lobby.
I mean, he's almost top 4.
Yeah. He'll be top 4 after this round if he doesn't lose.
I did hear from Bebe that like he thinks LeBlanc is a pretty underplayed unit right now. And,
I can see that.
And actually has a lot of strengths. Especially regarding burst.
Yeah,
burst
LeBlanc's
damage.
such a threshold champion, but if you get all the items and you get that like infinite chain, can do a lot of damage.
Well, she's really good with Axiom Mark.
Yeah. But even just, I think LeBlanc 2 versus LeBlanc 3, there's just so much extra damage, yeah.
The issue is that there are a lot of Zed players in the lobby, so then there'll be like LeBlancs out of the pool.
Right, but he's already got the LeBlanc 3 too now,
I'm talking about like
generally.
Yeah, generally, yeah. That's, yeah.
Interesting in this lobby, it doesn't seem like there's much Zeds, at least currently.
I didn't see anyone playing Hacker.
Yeah.
Maybe they went upstairs and all agreed to not play Zed.
Oh.
Can you go up there and ask why they're not playing Zed?
Hafu has a built different Zed too.
Becca's at 3 health. That's a little scary. 3 health at 4-3. Let's see how Becca's doing here. The good news is the weather's sunny, and everyone likes a nice sunny day outside.
I think she would very much prefer if it was windy though.
You have to wear a hoodie.
I haven't seen outside in a while, so.
Yeah, we're TFT players.
TFT players during a new set in winter? Ooh. Oof.
Vitamin D deficiency.
Oh, this is looking rough for the Becca Hafu team.
Yes. I'm not too sure what you even do here in this spot. I guess it's like going into Zed.
She's just looking for her third Zed. But her teammate has that too, unfortunately for her.
All right, so apparently I got word back from upstairs that Dishsoap has 2 Zeds, Hafu's got Zeds, and Iniko says he's just better than that.
Oh.
So
now this spot I'm very familiar with. You know, leveling like
being 1 Zed off.
Donkey rolling at 7,
no.
just praying to Mortdog.
This is really awkward. Like you can even just look at the left side and the traits.
This might be the end for Becca at 4-5. It's not looking good. No, Becca, no.
Bryce is playing the Senna 3. Or going for it.
Oh no.
Pretty interesting.
Rayditz still hasn't lost a game, by the way. This is, like I said, we might see a perfect Cruel Pack game here.
Yeah. Can we take a look at Rayditz's board? I don't think we have recently. Right?
Yeah, so here we are, back to Rayditz. 67 gold, 14 game win streak. He could level up. So.
Would you just level up here or wait until interval?
At this point, I think you preserve the win streak and you keep leveling.
Yeah,
I would level.
I would level as well.
I think he's trying to go for like Sona 3, Zoe 3, but I don't know.
But you could do that on 8.
You can do that on 8, yeah.
Because you could definitely just...
So this is the... I like this combo, by the way. This is the Sona support augment, where you get the 50 starting mana.
Undercurrent?
Yeah. So on the LeBlanc instantly starts casting right away. Because that's one of LeBlanc's weaknesses, is it takes a while to get going.
Oh.
This is going to be close. LeBlanc's still alive? Nope, dead. Still won, though.
Yes, just too much power right now. But that Vel'Koz was surprisingly strong.
Yeah.
Once he gets his 3 stars, I think he'll be like really, really strong, actually.
Rayditz' setup is so strong.
Yeah, like I said,
I could definitely see him going for the perfect game here.
It might be the perfect rollback game.
With his admin and the target dummies.
That's the first perfect game of the tournament, I think.
It would be, probably.
I haven't seen one. Is Cruel Pack broken?
Oh, probably.
I wonder.
Or is Rayditz broken?
I wonder. Once Frodan gets his 3-star Vel'Koz, since it has Shojin, Giant Slayer, and Jewel Gauntlet, and since Undercurrent's making LeBlanc cast so fast, the Vel'Koz will always target it. Will it one-shot it? Probably not, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. By the way, I didn't want to put Rayditz on the spot, but before this game started, I said we did a bet. If he gets first, he gets 20 bucks. But if he doesn't, he has to give Dad a hug. So he might get that 20 bucks.
Yeah, we said it was a win-win.
I think that's a low roll, though. I think he wants that hug.
I think that's a... Oh, okay. He wants the blue buff. Is that better than Shojin?
So I feel like the blue buff here's a miss, specifically because you're wasting the Sona augment.
Yeah, the augment, as you're saying.
I thought he would want Shojin,
that.
and then he could have another ZZ Rot as well to go with his admin.
I mean, I guess you could Zeke's here, but...
I mean, he has to.
What are we rolling for? Why aren't we leveling?
He's looking for any 3, I think.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't just level up. He could have gotten Aegis, and if he just cuts this more, because I don't know, I mean, like the more is nice for the shred, but I'm not too sure if that's better than just putting in Leona plus Echo.
Yeah, the hero augment's a little wasted here, but again, you have a Zoe 3, which is the Zoe also provides that debuff. A lot of people don't realize Zoe 3 makes them take 20% more damage while they're debuffed. So that's even more ways for this LeBlanc to just go infinite. So yeah, we are seeing the power of a LeBlanc here. This is kind of nice. I bet
what do you
whoever's
mean by
balancing
go infinite? Do I not know what this unit does?
So every time it gets a kill, it
Okay, I
gets to
did not
shoot
know
more
that.
orbs.
I see. Okay.
So it extends the spell, and so you can like sit there and extend and actually in one spell cast hypothetically kill the whole enemy board.
I see.
If,
My I did not read this.
Did you not read the tooltip,
No.
Asa?
That's something I read at least.
Wow.
Nice.
Because I really like this unit combination, like Zoe LeBlanc. It's very fun to play.
Yep. Yeah, I also like hackering the Mordekaiser into the back line. Just gives it a free cast. It doesn't have to deal with the front line. So this is really cool. I bet whoever balances this game is really happy to see a new carry win the game here.
Can't.
Hey.
Wait, I thought no one was balancing this game.
See, there you go. There it is. I agree.
Oh wow.
No, I think we're seeing a perfect game here.
Yeah.
So now I kind of want him to just not level and see if we can get back up to 100 health.
He does have a Soraka.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, like Hafu is going 6th tier, but honestly, it's not a bad placement from her start. Getting a 6.
I kind of want to see Frodan's
Yeah,
board
with the
right
build
now.
diff.
Yeah.
All right, well, here's Bryce's board. 6 laser core.
He's looking for that Senna 3.
Yeah,
with a
6
Senna carry
Sennas is pretty
augment.
rough. I like the Senna carry augment a lot. I think Senna's another underrated champion. It's just, again, with all the Zeds, you have to really protect that Senna. Oh, yeah. Can we see Frodan's board with all the threats? Let's see where that's at.
Is he 3-star? Oh, everything?
3-star Rammus, 7 Cho'Gaths.
His board looks really strong, honestly.
3-star Vel'Koz.
A lot of HP.
So this is probably like the tough matchup here, right? Rayditz.
That's what I said. Like it was close to one-shotting
one health.
it. It was close to one-shotting it.
So I'm kind of surprised you said you don't like Frostburn, but he instantly took the other Vel'Koz augment. I guess like you would think it's a low roll to get the one that he got.
Well, yeah, I think he was hoping for a Rammus or Cho, and it was like, well, I re-rolled, didn't get what I was hoping for.
So between this one and the Frostburn one,
Frostburn is probably better in this spot, right?
Yeah,
like,
so
in this spot,
this is
yeah.
main carry.
But I think like the Rammus and the Cho'Gath ones are just a little bit more reliable.
Yep.
Oh, I think
Looks like a hacker emblem for Ray if he wants
if
more.
Frodan can get Declaw, he can honestly beat Ray, I think.
More lifesteal on that LeBlanc.
Yeah, possibly.
As well as his Zoe 3.
I mean, I feel like Cho 3 is going to be the difference here. If you can get the Cho 3, you've got a shot. Ray can't get that much stronger other than items on the Zoe.
Right.
So. Okay, hot take here. Dragon Claw on Rammus was a mistake. It was Dragon Claw on Cho.
Just to give it more MR.
More MR, the spell scales with it.
Yeah.
Cho, and again, knowing that Rayditz is kind of the end game.
Yeah,
Right.
and then you're just going to combine the Cho'Gath 3 with the Declaw instead, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Yep.
I would agree with that as well.
Yeah, one of the cool things about the threats is you kind of get all the utility with them. So he's got the anti-heal from the Asol. He's got the anti-carry from the Vel'Koz. High armor, high MR. So if he does well without the threat... And there goes the dead Senna.
Yep, that is insane.
Yep. We love Vel'Koz.
Like I said, you guys doubted the comp, but I think I've seen it in action. And I had a really capped out comp. And I just lost to this. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not good because someone will say you just buy all the threats.
Also, when you said you guys, I was more dog only. I like to defend me and Pocky here.
No.
Asa, why did you have so little faith in Frodan?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, Rayditz is... We're down to our top 4. Rayditz is basically 3 players away from a perfect game.
Yes.
So...
Yeah.
But I can definitely see Rayditz possibly losing to Frodan once Frodan gets the
Cho 3.
Cho 3. It almost gave enough damage too.
If the Cho and the Vel'Koz both hit the LeBlanc right at the start, I think it'll just be enough damage to one-shot it. We'll see if Ray can counter that by, you said, moving the Sona away from the LeBlanc so it doesn't cast instantly. Although he has blue buff, so
yeah,
still
it's a blue buff. It's a little difficult to know.
One thing I was wondering about Cho'Gath, like I haven't really thought about it much, but like how do you position him so he actually aims well?
That is a hard question.
Yeah.
That is certainly a question.
I actually just like him in the center and just know that he can't hit the corners and you just kind of hit what you can, but... Frodan does lose to Iniko here. Iniko playing Belveth again, despite complaining about this champion for 3 weeks in Lobby 2. We've seen him basically one-trick this champion.
I heard him talking with Appies and Rain, and they were kind of convincing him otherwise.
All right, again though, Rayditz still. I want to see this perfect game from Rayditz.
But it looks like the dual caster team top 4 again. They're doing a lot.
Yeah, I was
better
gonna say
today.
they might be actually our top scoring team from this group today. I don't think overall, but like
they made up a lot.
Yeah, they did real good today.
That means we're second last probably still.
Yeah. All good. We're slowly trending upwards.
Well, it's not Thieves Gloves. So how many items is Iniko up to here, by the way, from Binary?
I'd assume 5, but that's just a slow.
Well, it looked like he went ahead and 3 items his mech. So.
Oh, it's just 4.
So it's only 3, right? Am I crazy?
3 items, yep.
Yeah, only 3. Like and I think he's about to just renounce this Samara, so it's gonna be.
It's gonna be 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Cho 3.
Oh, there's Cho 3 from Frodan finally. Okay.
Oh, can we look at the Frodan and Rayditz fight? Because I want to see that one.
Okay. All right. Good luck. This is for Frodan's life.
Oh, the LeBlanc's in the corner now, away from the Cho'Gath. Probably won't get hit.
Yeah, but the Vel'Koz is like we saw it. Basically, is gonna like destroy it real quick.
Cho is kind of aiming at the wrong side.
See, look at that. It's almost dead. We saw this last time. But it is healing up with the lifesteal. Here comes the second one. That's a dead LeBlanc.
But I think the rest of the board is still too tanky.
It's just too much now.
Yeah, it's still too tanky.
Too much now.
There's a Hacker Annie.
Oh. Looks like Ray's just winning out.
Dan hit Senna 3 after the round had already started.
Oh no.
Oh.
So
this board.
Is Cruel Pact broken?
Seems so.
Monka?
Monka Steve.
Yeah, ever since I met Milk, ever since we've been hanging out more often in New York, I've been speaking more Twitch chat IRL.
It's in my head, like rent free. It's just there. I like hears his voice, kind of giving me a glare, going Monka. All right, Ray, for the win. Is it a double kill? Does Ray get the first place?
This fight is definitely looking like a win. Well, it's hard for me to imagine Iko's board.
I mean, I feel like you didn't have to look at the other boards.
Yeah.
It's like the person on a 21-game win streak looking pretty strong here. He might win this game.
This board should win anyway.
So, are you going to give him a hug?
No, it's $20.
Nope, no hug.
No
he just
hug?
gets the $20.
So he tried so hard. He did not want to hug Mortdog that much.
Didn't want the hug.
Wow.
Rayditz with the perfect game. Gotta feel good about that. He made a Cruel Pact with Kent and wins the game. Good job. It's now 4:20 o'clock here. Everyone's happy.
All right.
We did it. Here we go. All right. So, I mean, Boyd, what was your takeaway from that game?
Well, takeaway was Cruel Pact is broken. Honestly, Cruel Pact into reroll seems pretty good. Like you could probably like do a lot of different things. Maybe like Kaiser reroll, LeBlanc reroll, like 3-cost reroll probably typically.
Yep.
So I learned a lot from that game. The threats was the interesting one. I think if Dan hit a little bit earlier, it would have placed higher. But he got a top 4, right? So
yeah, the top 4 is not bad.
That's good enough. Yeah.
What you got for us?
I'm just glad that I've proven I can place higher than 3rd in this tournament, but I got to let the king speak. So
Rayditz, you and I had a bet going into this game, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. So we were in the bathroom before this game, and Mort said if I won this game, he would give me $20.
Yep.
And he said if I didn't win, he would give me a hug. But honestly, even though I didn't lose a single round, I'm not gonna trade my $20 for a hug, Mort.
Oh, let's go.
Father-son
Cruel
bonding.
Pact broken.
Broken. You did it.
Any questions for me?
So the one thing we saw was you didn't put the Dragon Claw on the Cho'Gath. You put it on the Rammus.
Well, did I have 3 items on Cho'Gath? I think I had 3 items on Cho'Gath.
You could have popped it off though.
But we were thinking you should.
Oh, you're saying put it on the Cho'Gath.
Put it on the other Cho'Gath and then do the pop
The
off.
person you're mostly trying to beat is
I'm a noob.
Ray.
The short answer is I'm a noob.
Knowing the biggest threat was like full AP, it was like.
Well, I mean, I knew I wanted declaw, and I was just thinking Rammus was dying a little faster and he had no items on him, but
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it is what it is.
So why'd you end up playing full threats without the augment?
What do you mean?
I'm
High
just
roll
asking-
because it's like a free top 4 where you can maybe play for top 2.
Okay.
So like,
so you like the full threat comp? You're just like, that's a solid comp.
I mean, the ideal way you set up the threats, in my opinion, is play that and plus a bunch of resistances, and usually play like Aegis because they're just good units.
Use your dice early.
So you're supposed to like basically get a threat and be on level 4 and use it to 2-star your entire board. And then go to 7 and just try to 3-star everything. And so I feel like I got that. But the problem is I think Vel'Koz, my damage, I needed a little bit more damage. Every single time he would leave it just barely alive.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
And so I feel like I need a little bit more.
If you had taken Frostburn.
Frostburn instead.
I know. But like I was like rerolling because I was like thinking about the other augments and I was like, I think the other one's also really good into the lobby.
Yeah, exactly. I think in general, usually the other augments are better.
Yeah.
But like
In that
against
situation?
Ray's board, if you just kill that LeBlanc,
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so-
the Frostburn diff.
Wait,
So-
I got a question for Dan. Are you happier with your performances today? Obviously, it's a lot
Yes.
better. Yeah,
See,
you were.
this guy went 1, 2, 3.
I heard you were. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Also,
I
I'm
was gonna
taking
say-
all credit for Bryce's lines because he was asking me about how to play it. Bryce, you can come talk.
So now that they did better, let's see how their scores went for the day. Let's see. Bryce, 21 points.
Oh, baby. I think that's the most in a day so far.
Dishsoap, is 21 better than 18, Dishsoap?
Let's ask Kiyun.
Looking pretty good here. On the bottom, Hafu, Dog, and Becca. Uh-oh, Becca, what do you got?
I got one more point than Hafu did yesterday's.
That team
Wow, she just threw
synergy.
harder under the bus.
All right, so let's look at the team scores then. Transferring that off.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Reversal of fate here.
Wow.
Dishsoap
Is that
and
first
Iniko.
for the entire day?
No, that's just for today. These are these
Is that
3
top
games.
points today?
And out of all the
Oh yeah,
teams.
that's the most in 3 games for today.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
yes.
Nice.
All right, so that's it for that. We'll have to look at the total scores later, but you did it. You turned it around.
What a time to be alive. Team Brodan never quits.
Awesome. All right, so we got 3 more games coming up for you. Last group here, some spicy players. We're going to a break before we switch off. So until then, take it easy.